Black Star Sports TV. Salute. What's good? Think I should open up the phone lines for y'all today. I'm going to have two special guests on. Keyshawn Davis and Jalen Scott Walker will be on today. Webby from the Yo, Dimitri Cohen, CB Sports TV, my brother Carl Burrell, Chris Jett, Serenity Hubble, Bumpy Thompson, Terrence Chavez, DB, my brother DB, George Proctor, Avery Black, C. Hurst, Pat Gordon, Jack the Ripper, Asharala Shapash Ben Yadawada. Salute. The Super Eagle, Kashif Dixon, Musa Cisco, Hitman Sticks, Playboy Marley. Where you been at? OG Arrogant St. Louis. My brother, the real Jew Shalom in the building in Super Chat. What it do, big homie? Salute to you, King. Red Eye, Thomas Moreland, Ghetto Love, A Wavy 09, Joshua Sawyer, King Twins, Stephen Cunningham 420. Salute. What's going on with you, Steve? Steve J, Dimitri Hogg. Salute. Chris Jett, Chef Curry, Vince Williams. Salute. King Twins. Salute. ADB, JC, Reg Lowe, Baniki Manny. Salute. ADB, you know Jalen Walker? He from Compton, Underground Asylum, Arnold P. Salute. Terry Smoot Jr. Salute. Melvin Harris. Salute. James. Salute. DB, you know Jalen Scott Walker? I'm going to bring him on, man. Shannon Rand, salute. I'm going to have on Keyshawn Davis and Jalen Scott Walker. Shiny Brown, salute. Boxing and Barbecue, salute. Smash the like button. Y'all see what they doing, right? We had 158 people, then it dropped down to 113. No, DB, he's a boxer. He a boxer, DB. Zen Farine, salute. Fly High 89, salute. Gold, salute. He's a boxer. Mario Holland, salute. Man, he got the goods, man. He got the goods, DB. Y'all got one over there. I'm telling you. DB, if you ever King Twins, Mark Nash, Melvin Harris, Kurt James, salute. The Chosen Kid, For Your Entertainment, salute. DB, y'all got one in him, man. I'm telling you, man, he gonna be special. Alfred Morris, salute my brother in the super chat. He said Spence is going to show us what the first wave of hype was all about. The Spence that Porter could never deal with. I think he's going to show up and show out too. Kendrick Watkins, salute. Stanley Bailey, Mr. Knowledge, salute. Salute my brother Alfred Morris in the super chat. Hey, DB, yeah, I'm going to have him on. He's going to come on in a few minutes. John Freeman, salute. Carl Lillevoice, Geo James Khalil, 898, salute. Jashawn Giles, what's good with you, King? I'm gonna have him on, DB, and you got a link, man. He from Compton, man. Man, I met him when I was in LA. Actually met him through L in LA. Malcolm Emmanuel, salute. And Adrian Easterling, salute. KF Harris, salute. And DB, I promise you, man. I know he's his own kid. He's only 18. Wesley Owusu, salute. He's only 18. Joshua Cantrell, salute. But DB, he remind me of Shakur Stevenson, man. I know he's his own person. Chilltown Major, salute. He is Southpaw. Beatbox Your Lunch, salute. Stanley Bailey, Khalil Mack, salute. He a Southpaw, man. Man, Cedar Jacobs, salute. I'm a huge fan of his, man. He's a featherweight. He's starting at featherweight, man. Takes the sport serious. I'm gonna have him on today. And then you know, I'm gonna link y'all up. Jimmy Bernard, Kieran Alexis, Jerry 216 Robinson, Boxing Dad, my brother Junior the Truth up in this building. What's good? I knew. As soon as you said that, Ohio, Junior the Truth came in. Go subscribe to my brother Junior the Truth. He said, "Man, Porter can deal with anybody at welter." He said, "You boys talk. What you boys talking about?" I knew once you said that, I knew Junior was lurking. I felt it. Will Womack, salute. Elijah Campbell, salute. I felt it. Iman Leopold, salute. Salute to my brother, Real Jew Shalom, in the super chat once again. He said, "Big homie, damn, I just thought about it. I'm almost 40. G-Day, November 21st. Oh, you got the perfect G-Day. You got a special day. Because guess what? You got Earl, Spence, Danny Garcia, and Joe Joyce, Danny DuBose, and you can celebrate. Winston Lee, my brother, salute. Hassan Omar, salute. Junior said Gashaw, he got Terrell Goucher over Lubin tomorrow. That's because he's from Ohio. Johnny Bryant, salute. Jamal Tate, salute. Ohio versus everybody. Sean Smith, salute. Tom Joseph, Damali the Plant-Based Pugilist. Lonnie DiCarlo, salute. Vado Newton, salute. So, man, the boxing world has been going, Paul Carey, salute. The boxing world has been upside down since you had two pictures leak of Deontay Wilder, and you had his I don't want to say his sparring partner, but it's his training partner, Cedar Jacobs, salute. His training partner come out and say he ain't never seen him in this much shape in his life. And everybody's scrambling. Felix 1800 and salute. I'm seeing people saying he was never hurt. Come on, man. Joshua Quintrell, salute in the super chat. Smash the like button ASAP. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm seeing people saying he was never hurt. He never hurt his bicep. What do you mean? Listen. Joseph Nicholas, salute. I talked to the champ while he was still in the hospital and still sedated after the fight, after he had surgery on his bicep. That's a fact. Osda D, salute. Robert Brown, salute. My brother Bish, B Megastar, salute. Mr. Shelton, salute. That's a fact. OG Swag, salute. So people talking about he never was injured, he never was hurt. Man, listen, I got the receipts. That's a fact. I talked to him from the hospital bed, still sedated. Facts. Dollar and Internet, peace and blessings to the Queen in the super chat. That Blue got the greatest content creator ever. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. I appreciate you supporting me and showing love. Lauren Anderson, my brother, salute. 22, Machiavelli, the Don Outlaw, salute. Shaluddin Muhammad, salute. Right? So I talked to Wilder from, right, he probably was an hour removed from surgery. Facts. D-Man Jr., salute. Kyle Brown, salute. That's facts. And I talked to him for like an hour and a half. LaRon Review, my brother Ron, salute. Go subscribe to my brother LaRon Reviews. Mr. Shell, Mark Brinkwell, salute. Ambrose Dawson, salute. Little Scrappy, what's good with you, King? So when you see people making videos talking about, you see, he was never hurt. This is why he come back so fast, seeing the unseen boxer, salute. That's false. I personally talked to him. Facts, and I got receipts. Exposaholic, salute. Edward James, my brother, salute. In the super chat. Yeah, Tyson Fury, they said Tyson Fury leaked it. I don't know how. The Real Jew Shalom in the super chat once again, my brother. He said shalom to everybody in the chat. Salute to you, King. Got the Bowen Day coming up. Anthony Bolton, salute. David Bell, salute. J. Louis Struck. J. Lewis Trucking LLC, salute. Salute, King. So when you hear people saying, oh, he was never hurt, Michael Johnson, Renee Boss Young. Renee, I'm going to send you a link today, Renee. If you can, if you want to. So when you hear people saying, oh, he was never hurt, he never hurt his bicep, tell him to put 10 stacks on it. Xavier Moses, salute. Jarrell Smith, salute. Coley Clanton, salute. Tell him to put 10 stacks on it. And I'll double it. Tell him that. Anybody y'all here say he wasn't injured and never had an injury, tell him Blue said put 10 stacks on it, he'll put 20 on it, and let's bet. Because I got my receipts. I know boxing conversation, salute. Facts. Edward James, salute. These are narratives that be created. Phil J 508, Kaz Ghost, salute. Kaz Ghost, where you been at, King? Signs of the Times TV HQ, salute. Smash that like button. How many likes we got? How many likes we got? John Freeman, my brother in the super chat. He said this fight tomorrow will say a lot about Lubin. Oh, for sure. Salute to my brother John Freeman in the super chat. Robbie Sanders, salute. Yeah, that's how it goes, Robbie Sanders. That's how they do your boy Blue, man. Mario Forster, salute. J.A. Dixon, salute. That's how they do your boy Blue, man. Which channel? Salute. Or which is it? Which Chanel? Which Chanel or which channel? Yeah, you know I'm not the greatest reader. Xavier Moses, my brother, salute. Smash the like button, man. We should have 300 likes, man. Smash the like button. 330 people. Let's get 330 likes. Born to live, salute. Yeah, I don't know, man. Kendrick Watkins, salute. DJ Monk's Music, salute. We got 330 people. Let's get 330 likes, man. Smash the like button. Muhammad Arif, salute. Hassan Omar, salute. So what Mikey Garcia said, then we're going to bring on, I sent my brother Kurt Anderson the link, so he should be on in a second. Then we're going to bring on my brother Jalen Scott Walker. I want to introduce y'all to, he's been here before. D Eagle, salute. Johnny Clock, salute. Beacon and Light Production, salute. He's been here before, but we're going to bring him on camera. Last time, Edward McAfee, salute. Last time he was on the phone, via phone. This time he's going to be on. Stephen Young, High and Low Sports Trump, salute. Dow Alexander, salute. Yeah, Mikey messed up, man. If y'all don't know what Mikey Garcia said, Mikey messed up, man. Mikey messed up big time. Well, he ain't mess up. He revealed himself. Marcello Godfrey, salute. Jinx 1984, salute. Edward James, my brother, salute in the super chat. Enos versus Crawford. Who I got? Right now, I'm going Terrence Crawford. I'm going Terrence Crawford. If you make it in a little while, let's say next year, and I see Enos in there with some B+ level fighters, and I see how he deal with them, Terrence Crawford is battle tested. Battle ready, fitness, and defense. Salute. Aosa Dots. Salute. He know how to box already. He know how to box already. Smash the like button, man. We got 340 people now. Let's get 340 likes. P. Newell, salute. Let's get 340 likes. Tyrone Glasper, Todd Nelson, Mike Smith, salute. Chris Brown 45, Aleem Nassar, salute. Smash the like button. One of my good brothers, man, I learned today. I saw my boy wife. I was looking for my boy, and I go to the gas station today, man. I'm going to tell y'all this quick story, man. The Chosen Kid. Moral Ma, salute. I went to the gas station today with the kids, and I see my boy wife, and I'm like, oh, what up, what up? You know, social distancing, so nobody really seeing people, right? And so she like, yo, what up, what up? So I'm like, yo, tell my boy I said, what up? You know, so she said, she waves me over, right? And she tells me, she like, hey, you heard about your boy, right? So I'm like, nah, he ain't called me. I ain't talked to nobody. I was just talking to his brother and my best friend on the phone. They always be together. And she like, oh, so they ain't tell you. So I'm like, nah, what's good? And she tells me that he on his last lap, man. D. Hodges, Everything Boxing and Sports. My brother Keyshawn, salute in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, Everything Boxing and Sports. She tell me my boy in his last lap, man. He run a Jamaican restaurant, go to. Me and him play football together. Oh, Bish, you know who it is, Bish. Squeak, man. Squeak, man, from the Ravens. So she tells me, oh, you ain't know? I said, no, I ain't know. Nobody told me. Isaiah Jones, salute. I'm sharing this with y'all because we all family. And it's something that's sitting on me. So I'm sharing it with y'all. This 2020, this is what it's delivering. Y'all know yesterday, my wife lost her uncle yesterday. Now today I go to the gas station. Salute to my brother P. Newell in the super chat. Let's get it cooking for sure. And she like, yo, his wife tells me, like, she's like, I want to tell you. I don't want nobody else to tell you. I don't want you to think and she tells me that he on his last lap, man. High and low sportsman Trump. Salute. Sports Zentrum. Salute in the super chat. Lomachenko versus Lopez prediction. Teofimo Lopez by knockout, 8th round. 6th to 8th round. Reese Joe, Unlimited LLC, peace of blessings, queen. So that's what she told me, right? My brother Jupiter B, salute. Sam Duban, salute. Jeff the producer, salute. So I had to share that with y'all because we family. We family, you know what I mean? I ain't think she was gonna drop that on me. And she tells me, like, he had a rare disease, man, from 2 years ago. Edward James, my brother in the super chat. Who you think in this next big fight should be? Jordanis Ugas or Jamal James? So that's what she dropped on me. Stacey Williams, salute. That's heavy, man. She told me he'd been in the hospital since June 26th. I'm like, huh? I don't understand 2020, man. I don't even understand, man. Pull counter boxing, salute. Yeah, he ready. Corey Yellowman Jackson, my brother in the super chat. He said, salute, family. Blue, my brother, keep that positive stuff going. Peace and blessings to all our peoples. Facts, Corey. My brother Skills from New Orleans in the super chat. Trying to avoid Wilder's right hand in a fair fight is like going outside in the rain thinking you won't get wet. Impossible. That's facts. Robert Brown, salute. Yeah, it's just tough, man. Kennedy Quam, Syndicate J, P Boxing. It just seemed like it's just back to back to back, though. You know what I mean? Smash the like button. How many likes we got? How many likes we got? Smash the like button, man. We got 420 people. Let's get 420 likes. Johnny Gotti, salute. I'm about to get him on. I was trying to wait for my brother Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, aka the historian, and my brother to come on. Mark Fralin, salute. North MMA, salute. But I'm gonna go ahead and send this leak to my brother Jalen Walker. Then we're gonna get Keyshawn Davis on. Y'all should already know who Keyshawn Davis is, right? All y'all should know who Keyshawn Davis is because he's number one in the States, in the country. He pegged to win the gold medalist. Keyshawn Davis is pegged to win the gold medal in the Olympics. Y'all should know who he is. Retro Rob TV. Salute. Yep. I'm going to have Keyshawn Davis on. And then first we're going to have my brother Jalen Walker. I might bring them on together. Ratchet since 91. Salute. I might bring them on together. King Vonnie, 86, salute. Ray Mack, Bravo J, salute. Black Power TV, salute. Constantine, salute. I'm Ian Lucas, salute. So smash the like button, man. 430 people. Let's get 430 likes. Kennedy Lindahl, salute. Arsenal FC, South London's G, salute. BRGH, Sports and Entertainment, salute. Business Brain, salute. Jay West, salute. D-Man Jr., Josh Sanders, salute. So, yeah, so I see people. I see people, Sylvester Solomon, 2011, salute. Ashante L, salute. How many likes we got? Mark Wonderley, salute. Utah in the building. Hassan Omar, salute. We got 430 people. We should have 430 likes. Smash the like button. So I'm seeing a lot of people, big time, salute. I feel like the boxing world is scrambling with this whole Wilder situation because silence, right, is people don't know how to deal with silence. Jafari Caesar, salute. People don't know how to deal with silence. The silent treatment, woof. The silent treatment, get a lot of people, man. Get them likes up, man. Let's get the likes at 430, man. We got 430 people. Let's get the likes up. Get the likes up. Let me let my brother Kurt know I sent him the link. So silence, right? Silence, ruffles a lot of feathers. Rufus Simon, salute. Right? People don't know how to deal with silence, man. You give somebody the silent treatment, man, they don't know how to deal with the silent treatment, man. People don't know how to cope with the silent treatment. You understand? They don't know how to cope with the silent treatment. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Right? So it's curiosity, right? Black Alpha, salute. Curiosity, right? Taz Muhammad, salute. Curiosity will have you going bonkers. Curiosity, right? Because it's the unknown, right? It can have you antsy, right? It's like, man, you want to answer, right? Kyle Boogs, my brother, salute. You want to answer. You want a response. You understand? So it's like this, right? So it's like this, right? You ever think about this? Like you go to a job interview or something, and once you leave the job interview, right, they say, oh, we'll call you tomorrow, right? The real Yossi, salute. Anthony LeGrande Jr., salute. Right? So, yeah, they go. Keyshawn Davis want that link too. Michael Ray II, salute. Man, we getting ready to be litty up in here. You understand me? We getting ready to be litty up in here. Where Keyshawn? Where's link at? So Marcus Priest, salute. ABN, salute. Legendary Top Cats. What's good with you, King? What's good, my brother? Legendary Top Cats in the building. He resides in Texas, but he Harlem through and through. Go subscribe to my brother, Legendary Top Cats in the building. Good to see you, King. How you doing? Bonham McCallie, salute. Salute to my brother, Legendary Top Cats, man. Go subscribe to Legendary Top Cat. Man, we got 430 people. We should have 430 likes, man. Smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. iBomb Mac Group, salute. So we're going to have the brother Keyshawn Davis. Salute to my brother, Legendary Top Cats, for linking this up with me, man. This Keyshawn Davis started with my brother Legendary Top Cats. You understand? You understands me. William Calhoun. Be hit JHGT 54. Salute. I'm about to send this link to Keyshawn Davis so we can get him on in here. Uzi Khalifa. Salute. Salute to you, King. Vince Ray. Salute. Let me send Keyshawn Davis this link. Yeah, we're getting ready to have. I just sent them that link. AJ Fan 017, BK Don 718, Sabu Babaji. Salute. Yeah, salute to my brother, Legendary Top Cats. Boxing straight right. Salute. RBG Mike. Salute. It took us, John the Real. Salute. It took me a whole year. Yo, Legendary, you know you hooked this up. That was a year ago. Legendary, you know that was a year ago? The year went that fast. That was a year ago, and we just now making it happen. Marcello Godfrey, salute. That was a year ago. Beard Face Gang Gang, salute. So smash the like button, man. How many likes we got? We should have 430 likes. We got 430 people. We should have 430 likes. John the Real, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. We should have 430 likes. Oh, man. Man, Legendary, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. My condolences to you, bro. My condolences to you, bro. Sorry to hear that, bro. Jay Wonderful, salute. Blessings to you, King. Tyler Olestein, salute. Man, Legendary, man. This year is different, man. This year is different, man. Hamza S, Mr. Tally 140. And I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Sorry to hear that. My wife lost her uncle yesterday, and today, my wife man told me that he on his last days, man. Wow, man. Muhammad Arif, salute. Jamil Allen, salute. This year is different. Man, this year is built different, man. This year is built different, man. B&B Boxing, salute. This is different, man. This is different, man. Salute to my brother BJ Ulrich in the super chat. He said Maurice Suleiman has to go, or boxing media needs to demote the green belt as the most prestige belt in boxing. Hey, I'm not mad at you, BJ Ulrich. I'm not mad at you at all, man. Some adjustment needs to definitely be made. Michael Ray II, my brother in the super chat. Mikey Garcia in his feelings after all this time is crazy to me. That's facts. So did y'all know what he said? P Boxing, my brother in the super chat. Refresh the super chat. Salute, Blues. Yeah, salute to you, King. I appreciate you. Did y'all hear what Mikey Garcia said? TR, salute. LS, aka Tag, salute. Did y'all hear what Mikey Garcia said, man? To use that angle to say he gonna teach, he needs to teach, somebody needs to, he can. Okay, Klondike Cat SPS, salute. King Poppy, salute. Salute to my brother Bottom and Cali in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Lou Hinton, my brother, salute. Laquano Allen, salute. Raphael Harmon, salute. So he says, and I need y'all to ask everybody, Raphael Harmon, salute. The person interviewing him, you can see it. He asks him, what do you think about Earl, buying a farm and riding horses and, changing his approach to life? Boston Straight Rights, salute. Beard Face Gang, salute. And he asked him, what could you teach him? What would you tell him? What advice would you teach him, having a farm? And Mikey Garcia, we know he has farms and things of that nature. And he says, I need to teach him how to drive. And then his nephew says, oh, man. His nephew reacts quick and says, oh, man, come on, man. What are you talking about? Come on, man. That's messed up, man. Adrian Cole, salute. And Mikey goes, what? It's the truth. He needs to learn how to drive. Kevin Bynum, salute. Ambrose Dotson, salute. Nathaniel Pickett, salute. That's what he says. So his nephew says, oh, man, come on, man. You wrong for that. You wrong for that, man. And he goes, because his nephew is wrapping his hand. Francione Arcilia, salute. His nephew is wrapping his hand. Right? And he says, he goes, double my salary, easy, salute. Nino Brown, salute. Kirk Jordan, salute. Drew E. Hines, salute. Yeah, Ron, he says his nephew is wrapping his hand. Salute my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens, salute. His nephew is wrapping his hand, and he says to him, 300, salute. Yeah, his nephew said, as soon as he says it, he said, Andy Morris, salute. He says, what could you teach him? Kenneth Johnson, salute. And he said, what could you teach him? He said, I'll teach him to learn how to drive. And immediately his nephew goes, oh, come on, you're wrong for that. You're wrong for that. And he goes, well, it's true, right? He need to learn. We got him in here. There you go. What's good? What's good with your young king? How you feeling?
Good.
You just finished working out?
Yep, I was training over here in Bell Gardens. Got a couple rounds in.
Yeah, you can turn up your mic. It's kind of low.
What's up?
I say your mic is kind of low. You can hear me?
The connection's bad, man.
Yeah, hold on. Laquano Allen, that's Jalen Walker, man. Let me see if I can get him back. Desmond Daly, salute. Todd Smith, salute. Andrew Thomas, salute. Trying to get him back in. They both gonna be in. Keyshawn Davis and Jalen Walker. Leroy Root, salute. 202 DC Dude, salute. Craig J, salute. Yeah, Peter said, smash the like button, man. How many likes we got? Craig J, salute. How many likes we got? We got 480 people. Miss TT UK, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing? Victor Max, salute, King. We got 480 people. We should have 480 likes. At least 450. Smash the like button. 2K Slump 21, salute. Emmanuel Momo, salute. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. Terrence Shivers, salute. Yeah, smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes to 500.
Yes, sir.
What's
What's
good? What's going on with you, man?
Man, just getting out of training. Just got out of the shower and shit. Logged on just in time, I see.
Yes, sir. I'm having you know who Jalen Walker is from Compton?
Jalen who?
Jalen Scott Walker.
Nah, I don't think
he a featherweight.
He gonna be on the screen?
Yeah, he gonna come on too.
All right.
Yes, sir. But we got Keyshawn Davis in the building, #1 in the world. What's going on with you, champ?
Man, nothing. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
On the grind, getting on the grind?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I stay on the grind. We out here in camp right now.
That's a fact, man. So just introduce yourself to the people, man. Who everybody know who you are, but just in case there's somebody out there that don't know.
I'm Keyshawn Davis. I'm on the USA boxing team, you know, Team USA, working towards going to the Olympics 2021 in July. And right now I'm out here in camp training with the team and staying focused and things like that, you know.
Man, now everything I hear about you, right, and see about you and watching you work, and you know, it's just everybody just sky's the limit when they talk about Keyshawn Davis, man. You ask the best fighters in the world today about Keyshawn Davis, and they like, man, he got next, man. How do you feel about that?
I mean, honestly, I just stay humble with all that stuff. I knew one day, because I'm just so confident in myself, and I just knew one day it was gonna be like this. What's up, bro?
What's up with you?
I knew one day it was gonna be like this, and you know, I just stay humble through it all because just as fast I got this where I'm at today, it can get taken away from me. So I just appreciate all the love and support I get, and just you know, stay level headed.
Now, how that works? How's it working with you with the Olympics now, with everything going on?
That we back working, and this COVID thing is really slowing things up for real. Even while we progressing on for the Olympics, COVID has really slowed a lot of things up, and we really just working through it for real. I was talking to head coach Billy today, and he was saying, you know, it's easy for you just to go pro and you know just to live your life how you want to live it, but staying in the Olympic journey is hard, and now with this COVID, it's 2 times harder. So I mean, I know once I make it out this Olympic journey, I ain't gonna feel nothing but great than what I already feel now, and just be happy that I stayed within the mix of it all. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Now let me introduce you to Jalen. You know Jalen Scott Walker, man. He out there in Compton, man. He's 6-0 right now. 6 knockouts.
I know him from the Junior Olympics. I fought his brother back in like 2016. Keyshawn Davis. It's been a minute.
Wow, man. And y'all both young, man. And you know, Jalen, just tell them a little bit about yourself, man. The people that don't know who you are.
I'm 6-0 with 6 knockouts. I fight at 122, 126, and I'm coming up.
Mm-hmm. And from Compton, California?
Nah, South Central.
South Central, okay.
Yeah.
But you training
in Florence District.
Now you know who he is?
Yeah, now that I see his face, I know exactly who this kid is. Like he said, he fought my brother. And I forgot what happened, the decision and stuff like that, but he definitely fought my brother. I think y'all fight is on YouTube, for real.
It's like 15
as
years old.
JOs. Yeah, they was like 15, 16. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Wow, man.
I always wanted to tell you, you want that fight with the Cuban.
What's up?
That Cuban fighter you fought, Gomez.
Yeah.
You whooped on him. They just always giving it to him.
I mean,
Yeah, I watched it too, man. I feel the same way. I thought you won those fights too, man.
it is what it is. I mean, I look back on the fights and win or loss, I get the same reaction from myself, and I just feel like he was just winning off of experience. You know, that guy been fighting internationally for like 5, 6 years consecutive. And the years I was fighting him, that was only my second year into international. So he would just beat me off of experience.
Did you like fighting at 138 or 132 better? Because they switched it up on us.
I mean, if they was kept it at 132, it would have been a walk in the park for me, for real.
Yeah.
So I would say 138 because I got more of a challenge and I can learn more. Leading up to the pros, I feel like I have more experience and more tougher fights. You feel what I'm saying? Because in amateurs, it's all about developing into the pros. So now that I'm moving at 38, I got more challenges. It's a lot more great fighters in my weight class. They ain't doing nothing but get me better going to pro.
I seen how you got better. I remember, like, I used to watch you when I was like 14 years old out there in Texas when you fought Mark Castro. And I seen how they was trying to like big him up, and you surpassing him.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that, man. So you know the history.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Man, how y'all feel, you know, about being the future of the sport of boxing, man? How do y'all stay humble and, you know, being so young, man?
It's easy.
Oh yeah, I like Jalen.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Jalen. Tell him, Jalen.
It's easy, you know. It's the running. When you running and you feel your stomach hurting, you feel your lungs hurting. That shit humbles you right there. That hard work, you know. Everybody wants our spot. Everybody thinks it's easy. They think like we just got here because somebody just like showed us the way. Now we work for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Man,
I mean, and for me, I mean, shoot, staying humble for me. I was always around people that was ahead of me, like people like Shakur Stevenson. I was around him since he was working his way towards the Olympics. You know, I'm still around him, so just seeing that and just keeps me humble for what I gotta do in the ring, still in amateurs.
Now, Keyshawn, man, I just saw another interview with Shakur, and he like, you the only dude. Now he been around all these professionals. He training. He's seen as the future. He don't won the title, and he like, you the only dude that match him in IQ when you in the ring. It's a chess match with you and him, man. How you feel about that?
I mean, honestly, that's something big. I ain't gonna lie, because I feel real. He gave me more confidence hearing that coming from him, because he done sparred Terrence Crawford, he done sparred Lomachenko, he done sparred so many world champions, and me still being amateur.
Hey, I already
Him
whooped
saying
on
that
Lomachenko.
you whooped on him.
Yeah, is that true? Always wanted to know.
Oh, you
I
said
already gave him
you
a
heard
lesson.
he worked on him.
Yeah, I heard that too. Shakur whipped on Lomachenko. That's what I heard, man.
I can tell y'all the story.
Go ahead.
I was there. I was there.
Let us know.
So the first day they sparred, Lomachenko was sparring some other sparring partner before Shakur. Probably about like 4 or 5 rounds. And the Shakur had jumped in and did 3 rounds with him. So that ain't really go good for Lomachenko, because I guess he didn't expect Shakur to come out as strong as he did, right? So which is understandable. Okay. So the next sparring match, they did 12 rounds straight. And this was Shakur just got out the Olympics, still 19 years old. The next sparring match, they did 12 rounds straight. And when I tell you that shit like a fucking professional fight, that shit was crazy. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, it was a very competitive sparring match.
Yeah.
But being that this guy Shakur, 19 years old, going 12 rounds straight with Lomachenko, tells you something.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. Jalen, man, you got any
Now, how old is
small?
Shakur? Shakur, like what, 20? 3
He's
years
20.
old.
He's 22 or
Go ahead.
23, right?
20,
I think he's
I'm
23.
21. He 23.
23. Okay.
Yup.
But Jalen, man, what's some of the big names you've been in there sparring with?
I sparred Danny Roman, Angel Acosta. I was gonna get some work with Leo Santa Cruz, but something happened, like with the camps or something. They was like tripping a little bit.
COVID.
But right now, I just need to keep working, getting the
Mhm.
names under my belt.
Hey, you can't fight.
You out there in Cali, right?
Yeah,
You can't. You just now being able to fight in the States because of your age, right?
yep. I'm about to fight out here in about 2-3 weeks in California. About to fight out here.
Man, that's huge, man.
Hey,
So outside of Shakur, what's some of the biggest names you've been in there with, Keyshawn?
Recently I just sparred Javante Davis, Telefimo Lopez, Terrence Crawford. Those definitely. I've been in the ring with more people. But top 3, those definitely my top 3. Tank,
Hey, how was it
Telefimo,
with Lopez?
Terrence Crawford.
I heard you had like
I like Lopez. Yeah, I love Lopez. I love him as a fighter, man. It's really was just his dad, honestly. But how was it? It was great work. It was great work.
Hey, I heard that shit got racial a little bit.
Yeah, it was some little after sparring, some shit happened, but that shit under the rug. You know, I just see them been around his dad and everything already. That's under the rug. You feel what I'm saying? But it was great sparring. It was great work. We did about 7 rounds straight. Top ranked gym.
That's cool.
So how you see Lomachenko and T.O. going there?
Man, I I got Lomachenko just off the experience that he got. Understand what I'm saying? I feel like people giving Lopez and like I said, I love Lopez, but this is boxing, no boxing. But Coleman is nowhere near a caliber fighter is Lomachenko. Understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I still feel like he got the puncher's chance. But I don't think he's ready for Lomachenko right now. Lomachenko is just a different breed. I don't really see nobody being Lomachenko right now.
Now, Jalen, you just had a fight last week, right?
Yeah, I got a couple rounds in. Got him out in the 3rd round.
And how is it for you going over to Mexico? I know Mexico is close to Cali, so how is that though?
It's alright. I want to be done with that. Like my first 5 fights, I got about in the 1st round. But you know, I want to come over here, start making the real money, start making noise.
Right. And what got y'all into boxing? What got y'all into boxing?
Go ahead, Jalen.
My father. Yeah, I've been doing this since I was 7 years old.
What about you?
I mean, shoot. What got me into boxing?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I was always an athlete. Like, I honestly thought I was gonna be a football player until I see everybody getting big as hell, and I stayed the same size. So I just told my mother, I'm gonna do boxing. I mean, I like fighting anyways. You feel me? I like fighting anyways. I'm gonna do boxing. You feel what I'm saying? And I think this is the right choice I made. But yeah, I started. I was about 9 years old. My big brother Kelvin was 11. My little brother Keyshawn was 7. We all started at the same time, same day. And shoot, ever since we started, we never stopped. For real.
Now, both of y'all are slick boxers, man, with power, right? What got y'all into adopting that style opposed to just being a puncher? Because y'all both got power. So what gets you into adopting that style that you're gonna be a slick boxer, right? Because y'all both slick, y'all both have defense. I think that's the hardest style to deal with in the sport of boxing is somebody with great feet, and both of y'all have great feet, man. So is that just a natural transition as you was coming through into the sport, or is that just something you worked on? You said, this is the style I'm adopting.
It's our ethnicity, to be honest. It's who we are. It comes natural to us. Black fighters, You could teach us how to brawl, but our athletic abilities are gonna make us like good at boxing. Look at Shane Mosley. He wasn't the most technical fighter, but he was slick because he had that raw ability in him. You know, you got to be real. You just got to peep what it is.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Keyshawn? You there, Keyshawn?
I yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
So yeah, so like I said, I always like fighting. So how I first started out, I was aggressive. I was like, I was a person that threw like 8 to 10 punches every time I get close to you. Like I still got my first fights to this day. How I used to fight 9 years old, just throwing 10,000 punches around. But eventually, I started learning the game more and started to realize uh, to win fights as easy as possible is to really not get hit. So I started
Mm-hmm.
adapting the style of really just being slick, but still having my aggression too, which I feel like my aggression comes with my power to my aggression, like you know what I'm saying? My power follows right behind my aggression. So I adapted to that slick style, just learning the game and just being around the people I am now.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask y'all, man. Today's time, man. Who's your favorite fighter that y'all looked up to, man? You know, me. I never a professional. I never even got to the level of an amateur. You know what I mean? But I just did it to stay in shape, and I fell in love with the sport, and then I fell in love with the street. So it never panned out for me. But you know, who's the guys y'all looked up to? Guys that always attract me was Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I'm on the wrong side of 40, so Sugar Ray Leonard. Roy Jones. You know, those guys are my favorite fighters, man. I love slick counterpunch, boxers, and I see y'all style attracts me. You know what I mean? Makes me a fan of y'all because the style that y'all bring to the ring. Who are some of the guys y'all looked up to?
I mean, my favorite two is first is Muhammad Ali. Why Muhammad Ali? Because I just love what he did for real, for real. He was great inside the ring. Everybody know he was great inside the ring. But really, what caught my attention was what he did outside the ring. Also, like every time he spoke, every time he was somewhere, the attention was always on him because just how great of a person he was. People really had no choice but to pay attention to him, even when they didn't want to. So that's what really caught my attention with Muhammad Ali. But with my other favorite fighter is Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
Um, inside the ring, you can't say nothing bad about him. He is
Mm-hmm.
as close to flawless as you can get to,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I want to end off my career. So outside the ring, Muhammad Ali, but inside the ring, definitely Floyd Mayweather.
Mm. What about you? What about you, Jalen? You there, champ? Salute to my brother
Mm-hmm.
Ronald and in the super chat. He said, "Good stuff as always, Blue." Salute to my brother Stay Sharp in the super chat. He said, "Blue, salute to you, King." So, what about you, Jalen?
Shout out my boy Pernell Whitaker
Man,
too,
my
man.
favorite
Norfolk,
fighter
Virginia, my hometown.
is Whitaker. I think
And man,
Whitaker was one of the best.
I could tell y'all a funny
Go ahead.
story about Pernell Whitaker and me, man. I'll tell y'all when Jalen finished.
Nah, man, go first. It's cool.
No, after you finish, I'm gonna tell my story about Pernell.
Oh, now Pernell Whitaker is one of the best amateur boxers there was. A lot of people they don't like go and do their history and look at him when he fought the Cubans, when he fought the Koreans, going back to the '84 Olympics. I honestly think he'll give everybody trouble.
Mm-hmm.
One of my other favorite fighters is Roberto Duran. One of the meanest, slickest fighters there ever fucking was.
Mm-hmm.
I think the problem with today boxers is that they don't know how to stay busy. They kind of want to be cute. They don't want to. You got to be sharp. You can't get hit, but it's like they'll do a 1-2 and back up, and then like let the dude, get space. They don't want to like hurt the guy, be slick and hurt him, and it's a little different.
Mm-hmm. So me and Pinnell, we was up at upstate, and we was at the Dimitri Bivol fight, and when he fought Joe Smith, and so we up there, and me and him sitting together, and he's like, let's go. He said, yo, Blue, let's go get another beer from the concession stand, right? So we go to the concession stand, and Pernell Whitaker, little guy, man, very, very little, right? And he had on his suit was kind of big. It was too big for him. And so we go to the concession stand, and he gets his beer, but I was getting the pretzel. So he was standing behind me, waiting for me to get the pretzel. And his two dudes came up on the side of us, and they was getting some stuff, right? So they turned around and knocked his beer out of his hand, smooth out his hand, right? Knocked it across the room. So he just looks down at the floor, like he's just staring down at the floor, and he got his hands like like this, right? And so one of the dudes, they look at him, they go, "What? Like what? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?" Right? They didn't realize who he was. So he like, "What? What you gonna do?" And so I see his fist balling up, but his suit was too big, so the suit arm was kind of hanging over his hands. So I seen his fist ball up. I said, whoa. I said, yo, listen, relax. But it was kind of dark because we was watching the fight. So it was a fight going on. So you know how they make the crowd dark? So it was kind of dark where we was at. So the dude, man, look, he said, what you gonna do, little man? So the dude was with him. He said, hey, man. He looked at him. He said, hey, man, Sweepy? He said, yeah. He said, oh, man, you don't know who this is. That's Pernell Whitaker. So the dude, man, he instantly like, oh, man, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry, Sweepy, man. I ain't mean nothing by it. Sweepy told me, he said, I was wondering because my left hook still works. I might be old, but my left hook still works. And dude like, oh, I'll buy you some more. Dude must have bought him like 5 more beers, man. He kept coming up. Hey, yo, here you go, man. Here we go, man. And that had me laughing, man, because he was so small and his suit was big, and they didn't realize who he was, man. But he told the dude, he said, man, I was wondering, man, because my left hook still works. So that had me dying, man. That had me crying, man. But yeah, man. So, man, you
right
know,
place, right time.
Yeah, man. Man, listen. If he would have reacted if he would have just reacted like that, he would have knocked dude right there. The dude leaned in on him. He leaned in on him too. What you gonna do, little man? I said, man, you see that? So you don't know who's who, man. But what y'all think about Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz, man?
Hope he knocked his ass out.
Man, real quick, yeah, me too. But real quick, I gotta say something. Somebody in the comments just said, I'm from P-Town. I'm not from P-Town. I'm from Norfolk. So get that out your head. Whoever told you that. But I hope he knocked Leo Santa Cruz out.
Jalen, you said that right? You said that
out,
quick,
man. Definitely.
Jalen, right, Keyshawn? He said, man, I hope he not. He said that quick, man. So how was it though? He faded out. There you go.
Hey, yo, I can't hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope he knocked his ass out.
That sound like you want to knock Leo out, man.
Hey, you from out your way?
Nah, I like Leo. I like him, but it's just I know the fan base. They just gonna be talking shit, you know.
That's
it's
fact.
It's hard for a fighter out here, you know.
Yeah, we already lost Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. He'll be back, man. He in training camp. He'll be back.
He looked good.
He looked good, man. It's a lot of tension out there in LA, right? With dealing with Mexican fighters and black fighters.
Yeah, it's a little few.
Yeah.
But I met a Mexican gym and they cool with me. They show me support and love. So it just depends who you with. That's it. But if they don't know you, they don't like you. You gotta feel that. Especially like growing up as a kid, you'll get robbed and stuff. Like you'll win a fight, you'll get robbed. It's different where he from. Like where I'm at, I was like the only black kid. So you know, you have like a little animosity in you. A little bit.
And speaking of which, man, did y'all hear what I was just talking about? What Mikey Garcia said about Earl Spence? Did y'all hear that?
Nah, what he said?
he was asked. He was asked. He said Earl Spence is. You know, he riding in horses. He bought a farm. You know, he kind of. You know, he kicking back now. And the reporter asked Mikey. He said, "What you know? What could you teach him? Because Mikey owns land and farms." And he said, "Well, the first thing I'm gonna teach him how to drive."
You say you gonna teach him how to drive?
Yeah, referring to the accident. Then, so his nephew said, "Oh man, that's messed up, man." His nephew said, "Oh man, that's messed up, man. Don't do that, man. That's messed up." So he said, "What? You need to learn how to drive. I got to teach him how to drive." I thought that was in poor taste, man.
What YouTube channel is this?
That was on ES News.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you heard about that, Keyshawn?
Nah, I couldn't really hear you. What happened?
All right, so Mikey, somebody asked Mikey. Earl bought he bought a farm and he riding horses, right? So the reporter asked Mikey. He said, "What did you think? Mikey Garcia got farm, got land, so that's what he do." So the reporter asked him, "What would you teach Errol Spence?" And he said, "I'll teach him how to drive. The first thing I'm gonna teach him is how to drive." And his nephew said, "Man, that's messed up, man. That's messed up." And he said, "What? He need to learn how to drive. I'm gonna teach him how to drive."
You sound
Oh,
butthurt
Earl
to me.
Spence should have came back. Earl Spence should have came back and said, "Well, nigga, I'm gonna teach you how to fight." I mean, shit. He feel that way. Shit, let him feel that way. He got his ass kicked. That's why he's saying that.
12 rounds.
Whole
12
12
rounds.
rounds. I'd rather get knocked out to get my ass beat the whole 12 rounds, man. Just get me up out of there. Knock me out.
Yeah, I mean, he's saying that he didn't use his size as an advantage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let
He
me
ain't
ask.
trying to overpower him.
Right, he just outboxed him. Did y'all see the saga going on between Devin Haney and Gary Russell?
I seen a little bit of it.
Definitely.
What y'all think about it?
Yeah, in my opinion,
That is actually interesting, for real, for real.
You get me, Jalen?
That fight interesting.
That's what I think. That's what I think. I want to see it, man.
I think if the size don't play a factor, if the size don't play no factors in the fight, I think Gary Russell gonna win. Ain't nobody beat him but Lomachenko. And Devin Haney never fought a caliber fighter like Gary Russell.
Mm. You down there in the DMV, so what you think, man? What's the mindset of y'all down there in the DMV, man? Because all y'all seem to have a tough mindset, man. It's like it remind me a lot of Philly mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. But I mean, I'm different from Philly mindset. I've been out Philly, shit. I'm from Norfolk. We got a whole different mindset than Philly and them.
Mm-hmm.
But their mindset, getting back on the fight, their mindset, Gary Russell, they got a strong mentality. And
Mm-hmm.
I know because I be around them. I'm in their gym, I spar them. And whatever they say, they really like, they truly believe. Like, that's just type people they are. They really
Mm-hmm.
believe. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't have no doubt that Gary Russell is doing this for the clout, or I don't think he's doing it for the clout and like that. I really believe he want to fight and prove his point that, man, this kid is not better than me. Just because he's 135 and I'm 136 doesn't mean nothing. And I feel like he really want to show that, And I feel like he got a chance to show it. I feel like he really do got a chance to show it. If the size don't play a role in that fight, then I've got Gary Russell winning. But if the size difference is just too much, then Devin Haney gonna win.
Mm-hmm. Now, what you think about you sparred Terrence, Gary calling out Terrence, man? You can hear me, champ?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what you think about Gary and Terrence? Too much of a size difference? Yeah, you breaking up. I can't hear you. You can hear me, champ?
You can hear? Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
can
can
hear you
hear
now. I can hear you now. You can hear me?
you.
Try to go out and come back in. Try to go out and come back in, champ. Stay sharp on my brother in the super chat. Shout out to the young lions. Salute to you, King. John Page in the super chat says salute to the young dogs and shout out to the LDBC and the whole chat. Salute to my brother John Page. Batman, what's good with you, Batman? How many likes we got? Smash that like button. I'm gonna try. Champ, try to come back in. Let me see. Okay. Jalen there. You can hear me now, Champ?
Yeah, the connection. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So hit now his is messed up.
Yeah, the connection.
Yeah.
Oh, it's messed up too.
Yeah, hit now his is messed up now. So so I was asking him about do you think Gary Russell calling out Tank Davis? I mean, Gary Russell calling out Terrence Crawford.
Man, I like Gary Russell. I was a huge fan of him, but it seems like he's just barking just a little bit. How he's talking about how he punched Terrence Crawford's jaw, and then he was talking about Devin Haney. Like, if he wants to do that, if he want to go that Mr. T route, go for it. You know, he's trying to get his money, so I can't really knock him for it. But just show up ready. That's all. That's all I can ask for.
Right. Now you have you ever sparred Devin Haney? Have you ever encountered Devin Haney?
He's 135. I'll fight at 122, 126. But I'm
So,
pretty sure you're getting there one day.
so y'all never crossed paths.
I met him when I was like a little ass kid, like back in like 2012 or 2010. But I don't know too much about him. I just know he's from up north.
Not
Like Oakland.
yeah, he's from Oakland.
Yeah.
Now I was trying to. I was yesterday, man. I was telling the people, man, that you got a lot of skills, man, and you know, I believe in your future is super bright. You know what I mean? You know, I was trying to describe how you look to me, you know, to people that didn't see you, right? And you know, a lot of skills, man. But because you just described your style to them, if somebody that never saw you fight, you know, southpaw, man, power, speed, it's all there, man. Could you just explain that to them?
Man, it's not just my style, it's how I fight to win. When I'm in the ring, I value my existence more than I value my opponent's existence. You know, I value their existence as me as a boxer than my opponent values his. So when I'm in there, I can do it all. I can bang, I can brawl, I can move. Especially out here, like my style, if you notice, I brawl just a little bit more than like fighters like Keyshawn because he's from the East Coast. Me, I got a lot of Mexican style in me. Like a lot of people, they want to say the Mexican style is just brawling, but if you really like look at it, the good ones, they're real educated. They got good defense, like Chavez. They're real smart. Like in my opinion, Chavez is one of the best boxers there ever was. He lost that fight with Whitaker, but he's one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say my style is similar. Like you could put, I don't know, like a Whitaker, Chavez, Roberto Duran, Salvador. Just mix me up in there. I'm one of a kind. You know, I'm different.
Yeah, man. But you explosive, so but you slick. You know, you
too.
right.
Yeah, I like Shane Mosley. Like I think what sets me apart from everybody else is my mind and my passion I have for boxing. Because I feel like if I don't know how to do this today, I can learn it tomorrow. I feel like I
Mm-hmm.
can learn anything. I feel like anybody, if they could get the better of me, just let me train for it and I'll get the better of them.
Right, man. So you looking to have another your next fight in a couple of weeks in LA?
Yeah. So I just fought last week and I'm probably going to fight in like 2 weeks, like October 3rd or the 17th. You know, coming back to the States.
Now you haven't signed with a promoter. You independent, right?
Yeah, I'm independent. I got some managers right now behind me. I have a good team behind me right now. And they're just getting me fights. They're getting me ready.
Now, are you looking to sign with a company, or are you looking to stay independent?
That's up to my team right now. But it just all depends on the offer. It all depends on what benefits me better. If it's staying independent or going with somebody, it all depends. Because either way, we're gonna get where we want to get.
So the people is asking where at in LA.
Corona, Corona, California. It's not LA. It's out here in Cali.
Okay, how far from LA is it?
I think about like an hour drive. It's a little distance.
Okay, okay, man. So you know, I'm excited about your future, man. I was bragging about you and telling them, man, and you know how difficult it is for you to turn professional at such an early age, you know, and have to go over to Mexico to fight. You know, I hear you say it sounds like you got exhausted of going to Mexico. You ready to be here in the States?
Yeah. Well, I turned pro when I was 17 years old. I was already like dominating grown-ups when I was 16. Like I'll run guys that was like 32, 33 years old out the gym. So I had the talent, and also it was like the amateur program. Like me, it was the opposite from like Keyshawn. He had a lot of success in it. It was a little different for me. Like me, I had like robberies, and it was hard to get to the nationals. So if you didn't make that team, if I didn't make that team, what was it? I was like 15 years old. If I didn't make that team, it was hard for me to go back. And
Mm-hmm.
then all I could do was just fight out here. And we seen how like the form, like how boxing is going, is changing. You don't need a medal to make it in boxing no more. You don't need that like big amateur background like you needed it back in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. It's kind of like you could say it's getting a little better.
Mm-hmm.
It's changing.
Right.
It's changing like big time. Like back then, you had to be like a gold medalist or Olympian to make it somewhere.
Mm-hmm. So
And now,
do you think like that a lot of people feel like, you know, they always say, oh man, this guy has a lot to learn because he don't have a massive amateur background. Do you think that, you know, that's something that could possibly hinder you?
can you say it again? I already didn't hear you clearly.
I said a lot of people always point to guys that don't have big amateur backgrounds. And they say, "Oh man, that could hurt them," you know, because you still got it. You learning on the job essentially when you turn pro.
Oh no, I got a big amateur background. I got 121 fights. I've
Mm-hmm.
been at all the national tournaments. It was just making a national team and getting the international experience. But a lot of guys that was on the team when they turn pro, they still get beat by guys that haven't even made it as close as them. So when it comes down to the end of the day, it just matters how bad you want it and how good you're gonna get each day. How better you're gonna make yourself. Because you need a certain amount of fights. You don't want to just turn pro with like 40 amateurs. But I've been
Mm-hmm.
doing this since I was 7. Like, I'm on the top of the top. So it
Mm-hmm.
was a little different for me. I wasn't worried about the experience at all. Not at all. I was ready for it. And I feel like that was the best move I could do.
So, what was your amateur background? What's your record? Your amateur record?
I had 121 amateur fights with like 103 or 105 wins. I placed silver medals at the Junior Olympics twice. I won 3 national pals. Silver Glove Nationals, Desert Showdowns, Blowing Golds, 6 or 7 SoCal state champion, and I just been through it. Just been working and grinding for the past 11 years.
So in California, LA, your name is big out there, huh?
Yeah, been fighting in California. I fought over, in like other states, like
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, Vegas, Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
Texas.
How was that traveling and that experience? How was that whole experience?
Man, it was a good experience, but it sucked because we didn't have the money to go out there. So it's like we only go out there like once a year. Like a lot of other guys, they'll have like a team behind them. But when I was an amateur, I didn't have that team. I didn't have that support from my gyms or nothing. It's a little
Mm-hmm.
different out here in Cali. Like how I got to the nationals was by my dad's money or by my family's money, like my uncles or something.
Right,
So it was
right.
like it was real hard. It was real expensive.
Yeah, how does that work with the amateurs? What do you just put your name in a tournament and say I want to enter this tournament? How do you get into tournaments?
Each region is different, but where I'm from, it's the hardest district to get out of, especially for the silver gloves at Junior Olympics. Because before you go to the nationals, you got to be at the districts. So when you at the districts, you're gonna fight 4 or 5 times. And then, like for the silver gloves, I'm gonna speak for the silver gloves. You go to the districts, you fight 3 times. You're fighting the best guys because Cali got one of the best fighters. Then you go to the states. That means you're gonna fight everybody in California. Then you
Mm-hmm.
go to the regionals. That means you're gonna fight California, Nevada, Utah, New Mexico, and Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you win that, then you go to the nationals. So California has a lot of talent that hasn't been on a national level, but they're really talented because out here is just it's really kill or be killed. But on the east side, like on the east coast, is a little different. Like you could just go to one tournament, then you at the nationals.
Mm-hmm.
Different. It's a different
What
animal
what why is it set up that way?
because there's a lot of fighters out here. We got
Oh,
more fighters than like almost any other state. We have fights like every weekend, like 2, 3 fights every weekend for like the whole damn year. It's
wow,
different.
wow. Yeah, see, it's not like that here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's definitely different, man. We don't have that many tournaments and things of that nature. More so in the
It's
South.
competitive. Out here.
Uh,
It's competitive.
right.
It's real competitive out here. It's really killed or be killed. And a lot of kids, the thing is, a lot of kids out here, they could be really good, but they're still going to lose. I don't care how good you are, you're going to lose in California, especially if you start when you're 8 years old. And a lot of people, they can't take that L to their pride. They pride can't take that.
Right.
But like if I was from like a different state, it would have been different because I would have just been so much better than everybody.
Wow, man. See, my son is starting to get into it. He just turned 9, but he just really starting to want me to put him in tournaments and stuff like that. And so
Yeah.
I told him I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take him to Florida. There's one in Florida next month. So I think I'm gonna put him in it and see what he get out of it. He love it. He in love with the sport. So you know, but so what's your goal in the next couple of years? You there, champ?
Yeah. I'm here. Can you say that again?
I said, what's your goal for the next couple of years? Where you see yourself in the next 2 to 3 years in the sport?
And to be one of the youngest world champions, it is. I was up in camp with Danny Romaya, which is a former WBA or WBA and WBO champion. And I've been working with him since I was 17 when he had the belts. And I'm thankful for the opportunity he gave me, but I can handle myself pretty good. No
Mm-hmm.
disrespect, I can handle myself pretty good. So I know the level where I'm at. I know I'm young, but I know I can beat these adults. I know that each day I'm getting better and each day I'm working for it. Boxing is my whole life. I study fighters, past and present, so any problem an opponent could give to me, I can figure it out.
Mm,
That's how I look at it.
mm.
I feel like each fighter we get to a level we can all beat each other. It's just who goes in with the right plan, who plans better, who prepares better.
Right, right. Yeah, once you get to a certain level, everybody got talent. Now you have to have the little things that separate yourself.
Yep.
The dedication, the mindset, like you said. Now your footwork, man. Your footwork seems to be very your footwork seems to be very, very good. I said your footwork. I was watching your feet in your videos, and you got great footwork. Is that something you focus on a lot?
You could say. I just think it's just all the years I've been boxing for. It's something
Mm,
that my dad would like to see me use, but I like to go in and hurt my opponents a little bit. I don't like giving. I don't like going to decisions. I like putting my opponents out. That's what I think is going to separate me from everybody. I like to put them out, either with a body shot or a head shot. I want to hurt them, and it's not
mm,
like I'm trying to sound like sadistic, like oh I gotta kill the guy. It's just I like to put on a show and get the guy out so I can't get robbed.
mm.
That's how I think.
Now, my brothers from out there from LA, man, they like, man, this kid definitely got a South Central state of mind, man. My brother Reggie Owens and DB, they from out there in LA too, man. So they say he definitely got the California LA state of mind, South Central state of mind, man. What you say?
South Central. Now over here is Florence District. You know, I'm right here by the low bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
So just gotta be ready.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta be strong over here. That's all I can say.
See,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you clear right now, super clear.
Yeah, you gotta be strong over here. That's it.
Uh, man, see,
Like I'm over here. What's up?
no, go ahead. Finish the name what you were saying.
Oh no, because like where I'm from Gardena, South Central. Like originally South Central was in Gardena for a minute, and I'm back over here. And it's just a different animal over here. You gotta be on your P's and Q's. Cause I run down this street called Central. I do like 7 miles on average, and each couple blocks is a different hood. So you always gotta be ready for everything. Like I run past about like 12, 13 different gangs like almost every day when I be driving. So it's just different over here.
Yeah, I watch this dude on YouTube, man. This dude Kev Mac videos, man.
Yeah, my dad be watching that. I don't know
Yeah,
too much about it, but my dad he be looking at it.
yeah. I be watching that dude, man, because I got family that live out there. I got family that live in they live in the jungles and um some live in Inglewood uh and some live in the valley. So I go visit them, but say it again.
I stayed in Inglewood for a minute over there on Imperial.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I know what's up.
My brother in Cali, he said, yeah, low bottoms.
Yeah, that's where my mama her mama had a house over there.
Okay.
I was over there when I was like a real youngin. But where I'm at, it's just like you could say just up the street from it, like a 5 minute jog, and then you're in the low bottoms area.
Mm.
Cause I stay over here on Central and Florence Avenue,
Hmm.
so it's like it's like basically the same thing you could say.
Right. Yeah, so it's difficult over there, huh?
It's difficult, but my dad don't be like letting me doing all that stupid stuff. I just be in the house training, you
Right.
know. I don't be out like doing nothing. My focus is boxing.
Right. Man, and so yeah, my knowledge comes from everybody else out there, man. I was born and raised in New York, so
Yeah,
yeah, so
it
it's
ain't that bad. It ain't that bad to be honest. It depends where you at, but it ain't like you gotta wear blue or red. You gotta watch. Now, it ain't that bad. You know, you just can't. You can't hang around certain people because if you hang around certain people, you're gonna get affiliated with them.
Right.
You just gotta be careful with that. But
Right.
it's cool.
Right. Yeah, man. Salute to my brother Nathaniel Weathers. He said, salute to the young bloods. We support y'all holding up the community. My brother Derek Jimenez, he said, keep killing the fight. Content Blue. Salute to you, King. Edward James said, who you think Crawford should fight next? Who's his next opponent? I don't know yet, man. It's looking like Kell Brook, but I don't know, man. G5_game, salute. So, yeah, man. So, you know, you're looking to be one of the youngest champions in the history of the sport of boxing, huh?
Yeah. I really want to do it. I want to get it before 20 will be cool, but why not? Because my birthday is January 1st. Why not like a month before I'm 20 at 19? Let's make some history.
Right.
I'm already like beating on some champions already at that weight, so I know I could do it. I just gotta get moved right because I'm still young, and just gotta stay humble and keep working. You know,
Yeah,
I got the talent for it.
my son birthday January 1st, but he 26.
Oh, you got a 26-year-old son, man?
I got a son that's 30, man.
Damn. I thought you was like 30, like 35. Yeah.
I wish, man. I wish. Yeah, I got a son that's 30, man. I got a son. His birthday January 1st too, but he'll be 26. Okay. Yeah, look. This is Jalen. This is my son. That's on the box.
Oh, what's up, man? I got the little braids and stuff. That's
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yeah. So he the one that's starting boxing. Man. So what yep. How do you go about getting your opponents? How does that work?
Man, they switched the opponents up so much out there. I don't even care. It don't matter. It don't matter who they give me out there because last time I was supposed to fight like some Weddle dude, like white skinned and stuff, like a tall dude. But nah, they got me in there with the short dude. They switched him up. They switched my opponents up like 3-4 times, so it don't matter. I just want to get out here and like get down to business.
Right.
Because Mexico is a good experience for me, but out here is when it really counts, where I gotta make my bones.
Right.
People won't just think like, oh, I just had the easy fights. I want to show people my talent.
Right. I hear you, man. So I appreciate you coming through, champ, man. I know you're gonna get back to training.
Somebody put, how old is Jalen? I'm 18 years old.
18, man. Putting in work.
Yeah.
Putting in work, man.
Whitaker, man. At 130, at 135, I got Whitaker beating Floyd.
I don't think in no way. I don't think in no way Pernell could beat him.
Yeah, 135. Yeah, I got Whitaker beating Floyd.
Yeah. Just from the fact that they in sparring when Floyd was young, they said that Floyd got the best of him since he was 16. He was getting the best of Sweet Pea.
Man, he probably had a couple good rounds with him at 16. But if fucking Whitaker really wanted to get in his ass, he could have. Because at 16, Floyd fought at 106 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at that time, I think Whitaker was already at 140. Like, nah. Floyd was a good fighter. He probably outboxed Frankie Randolph. I can see that style. I can see I can outbox him, but not Whitaker. He was probably handling himself, but he wasn't like dominating. Nah, not Whitaker. Man.
I know when I taught the Sweet Pea, he was telling me, he was like, man, that dude was a handful for me to deal with from the moment I first fought him. Yeah, that's what Sweet Pea told me. He said he wasn't a natural kid. He said he was just on a whole different level. He said Pernell told me, he said I had to really be on my A game in sparring because he was looking to embarrass me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably.
Yeah.
I wonder how that Floyd and Zab Judah did when they was younger, because they was in the same camp.
Yeah, I'm real cool with Zab, and I'm real cool with a lot of people that was close to that, and they all say that it was always a back and forth thing. One day it was Zab, one day it was Floyd. Zab had all the tools, man. He just didn't have the discipline.
I think it was his mind. I think it was Zab Judah's mind more than anything.
Yep. He just never fully dedicated himself to the sport. And you can see when they fought, Zab, you know, he was getting the best of them the first 6 rounds, and then it's like he faded, man. He faded. All right, champ, I'm gonna let you go, man. Don't be a stranger. You know what I'm saying?
I won't, bro.
Yes, sir. I'll be out. I was gonna drive over there when I came out there, but some things kept coming up, man. I kept getting held back, so I ended up never leaving Vegas, man.
Nah, it's all good. I know how it is to be busy.
Yeah.
Busy like crazy, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
But I might take the drive because I'll be back out there on the 15th, October 15th.
For sure.
So you
That's
know.
like 2 days before my fight. If I'm gonna
Oh, is it?
that fight day, so that'll be good. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm probably gonna fight on the 17th.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'll stay in contact with you so we can, you know, link up.
All right, for sure.
I appreciate you, champ. Before you go, let everybody know where they can find you.
Y'all can find me on Jalen _Skywalker. You know, Skywalker gang. We over here. They call me the Anakin Skywalker or the Luke Skywalker. It matters what side I take, but that's where you can follow me at.
Yes, sir. An absolute beast, man. Beast. Salute to you, champ.
Just follow my journey. I want to do good things for boxing.
Oh, for sure, man. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
I know it's gonna happen. That's why I want to keep bringing you on,
I
man.
feel the momentum on my back.
For sure. For sure. You gonna make it happen. All right, champ. I appreciate you coming through.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Salute my peoples, man. 2 young bulls. Keyshawn, man, he having trouble getting back on. Y'all see the connection? I don't know if it's my. What's up? Y'all see the connection? I don't know if it might have been my service. You can't play boxing. YCPV, salute. My brother G5_Gay, Red Eye, salute. Predicate, salute. How many likes we got? Smash the like button. How many likes we got, my people? Smash the like button. Kids, man. Kids. Smash the like button. My brother Keon, you want to come on, King? Yeah, man. I'm gonna bring them on more often, man. I'm gonna bring him on. Keyshawn is having trouble with his with the connection. I'm having the same trouble, so sorry about that. Said Blue, do you think Pistol Pete Gomez, do you think we could get Charlo versus Canelo 2021? Nope. David Bohannon, salute to you, King. Samuel Demond, salute. Nope. I don't think okay, Keon, send me your email. And where my brother Renee Box Young, where you at? I don't know what happened to my brother Curry Anderson. Jermaine Johnson, salute. Yeah, smash that like button. Get the likes to 700, my peoples. No slack 504. Salute. Get the likes up. Okay, Renee, I'm gonna send you the link too. I want to talk about some stuff, man. Renee, I sent you the link. Nerd Feeder, salute. Okay. You send my brother Keyshawn the link. Okay, I sent the link. Patricia Shelton, Pizza Blessings, Queen. David, salute. Nerd Feeder, salute. I sent y'all the link. Yeah, man, I love the upcoming talent in the sport of boxing. Like I told y'all, man, I love the sport of boxing first. You understand? I love the sport of boxing before anything. You understand what I'm saying? You know, like I told you, the players on the chessboard gonna change. The game stays the same. I love the sport of boxing. We got some big boxing. Salute to my brother Town, Business, Sports, and Entertainment, and Super Chat. Salute, Town. What's good with you, King? Eric Blair, salute. So we got big boxing tomorrow. We got Erickson Lubin versus Terrell Goucher. You know, the weigh-in was today. Everybody made weight. You know, so that was big news, right? So you know, we got Jerron Boots Ennis against Abreu tomorrow, right? Can't wait. Renee said I didn't get it yet. Okay. See. There go my brother Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, my brother, my co-host. What's good with you, Kurt? You missed the young gunners, Kurt.
I know, man. You know, we got this business, me and my wife. I'm just going to explain aromatherapy business. And she had to go to Brooklyn, get some supplies. You ever heard of Medina's Blue in Brooklyn?
Yes,
Where
sir.
you get supplies? Yeah, we go there. And a guy had to come over. We had to draw up a contract and stuff because we get our stuff sold in saloons in North Irvington and East Orange, man. And it took a lot longer than I thought because I don't like working hard anymore. I work smarter, and I usually work from like 10 to 1, but it spilled over. So my apologies to you in the chat. I wish I was on to interview the young guns. I saw the tail end of it, but I didn't want to come in the middle of the interview. That's unprofessional. But you know, I was just upset because it took a lot longer than I thought.
All good, Kurt. Always got to handle business first. My brother Keon, everything boxing and sports is in the building. What's good with you, K?
What's good with it, Blue? Man, another great show. Man, another great show. That's what it's all about, you know, the young talent. And what's going on, Kurt Anderson?
Hey, Keon, man, what's good with you, bro?
What's good? The boxing god.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
Man, thank you for the compliment, brothers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. So yeah, man. I love the young talent in the sport, man. Keyshawn Davis ranked #1 in the world. Jalen Walker, man, he only 18 years old, man. Do you hear his confidence, his attitude, his you know, his maturity, man. And if you see this dude's skills, man, oh man, the future is bright, man. What y'all think about both of them?
Well, I'm gonna go. I'll tell you what. You know, I've been. You know, there's a couple of friends, couple of trainers I done talked to and I asked about him. They know who he is. Yaya and Dewdrop. They're two legendary trainers from North. Matter of fact, you know his son, Blue. His son fought Liam Smith for the title. John Apollo Kid Thompson.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he from Newark. His father's a trainer. you know, they said that the kid is sharp, and I saw Keyshawn already, but both of them, man, like you said, the future looks bright. I like that other kid. I think he's from Ohio. I think his name is Duke Regan. There's a lot of young fighters out there that got skills, so I want to see how they develop.
Mm-hmm. What you think about Jalen Walker? Kurt, did you get a chance to check out his Instagram and stuff?
I didn't get to check out his Instagram. You know, I'd have heard about him, but send me a link when you get a chance so I can take a look at him.
Yeah, you know what? I thought I sent you the link, and I ain't never even sent it.
Oh, I'm gonna check. Maybe you did. I'm gonna check later on.
No,
I'll let you know.
No, I didn't. I'm looking right now. What you think, Keon?
Oh man, so as far as Keyshawn Davis, I think he the future, man. I've been following him for a while, and the kid is nice. The kid is nice. I mean, just like you alluded to in the interview, when you know after Shakur Stevenson said that's the toughest work that he's had, you know, and that's saying something. That's saying something. The kid is still amateur, but you know, he's had a lot of experience. He's been in the ring with the best, you know, so that makes a big difference, you know, getting your feet wet, being able to spar with some of the best guys in all of boxing. And then as far as Jalen Walker, I didn't know about him until today, but I'm sure gonna check him out. And what's really interesting about him is he's a boxing historian, you know, like he knows his roots, like he knows his boxing history, just listening to him talk. So that lets you know something that you know, he gonna be special. You can tell just by the way that he talks. A lot of these young kids, like I be in the boxing gym, a lot of these young kids, they don't know nothing about the history of boxing. You know, they don't study the history of boxing like that. So when he says that boxing is his whole life, boxing is, you know, everything that he eats, sleep, and you know, boxing, that's I mean, that lets you know that you know, that lets you know everything right there that you need to know. You know, lets you know that he trains hard and that he really taking this serious. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go check for him.
Mm-hmm. My brother Renee Box Young in the building. What's good with you, Renee?
Hey, how's it going, man? I don't have my cam on just for the fact that I noticed that the last show it was kind of, you know, pausing a lot, and I just it's better when I just have the audio. Thank you so much for inviting me, Blue Blood, Everything Boxing. Salute, Curtis, the historian. Salute the whole chat. Love you guys, man. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Salute to you, man.
What's up, Renee?
Yeah, what's going on?
So Renee, did you hear the interview with Keyshawn and Jalen Walker?
Yeah, with Keyshawn and Walker. Well, something that Everything Boxing was saying a moment ago. It's not every day that you hear young fighters, you know what I'm saying? Generally speaking, just young fans who know. It's not every day that you hear young fans, fighters that know the history of the sport of boxing. That's exactly why, if you permit me to say that, that's exactly why I got a series going called Boxing Then and Now. Curtis Anderson referred to it the other day on the show, and that's exactly why I have it, because a fighter who knows their history, Spence also, Earl Spence knows about it. You know, he's talked about, you know, fighters from yesteryear, like Curtis Anderson says, you know what I'm saying? And this young fighter, man, talking about, you know, the fighters from back then, the legends, you know what I'm saying? That's a dangerous fighter. Also, Canelo Alvarez knows a little bit about the, you know, I remember Curtis Anderson explaining, you know, on some shows ago that, you know, time and time again, he talks about it, how Canelo has, you know, in his gym, a big old poster of Muhammad Ali, you know what I'm saying? A fighter who knows their history, you know, that's a great fighter, you know what I'm saying? Because they apply those historical, you know, legends, some of their styles, things that they have observed from fighters from yesteryear, man. They apply it in the ring, and you don't see that. You don't really see that. I remember Curtis Anderson, I think you can rephrase it, that when Ryan Garcia, I think it was his last fight, when he knocked out his opponent by a left hook, bam, quick counter, you know, first round. Who did he refer to, Curtis, after that fight?
He said that was his Sugar Ray Robinson left hook. That's what he said. And when he said that, I was shocked, because it looked like that. It was a Sugar Ray Robinson left hook when he knocked out Duno, I believe. That's what he said in the interview.
Yeah, exactly, man. And, you know, fighters. Look at Ryan Garcia's age. You know, I know a lot of people clown on him, a lot of people, and I myself have criticized him. I respect that young cat, but you know, I see a lot of potential in that young man. Same with these fighters here that were interviewed today. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a fighter that knows their history, man, especially these young cats, all the potential they have, the discipline. It's interesting how we see, you know, I mean, just a couple other names, right? Shakur Stevenson, if I'm not mistaken, Keyshawn Davis was talking about how he, you know, trained with Shakur Stevenson. You know, it's interesting how we see young fighters, you know, the maturity that they have. I saw in the comment section, you know, how they were referring to these fighters having maturity, man. For their age, they're very, very mature. And that's what we need in the sport of boxing. We need more fighters who are mature. It's sad to see, for example, referencing what you were talking about earlier, Blue Blood, you know, Mikey Garcia, you know what I'm saying? The status that he's at, the accomplishments that he has had in the sport of boxing. To be going down to that level, saying that what he said earlier about, you know, yesterday or whatever, whenever it was about Earl Spence, you don't do that, man. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, then the maturity that we see in these young fighters nowadays, we're seeing so much maturity. You know, we see it in Teofimo Lopez. Yeah, he talks a lot, you know, concerning his opponents with Lomachenko, but it's part of the fight game. But he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't show immaturity in the sense of, you know, when it comes to the fight game, when you know, you see it, you're seeing a lot of maturity. This is what I'm trying to say with these youngsters, man. And I think it's great, man. We need more of it in the sport of boxing.
I agree, man. And yeah, I definitely agree. It was in poor taste what Mikey said because of the severity of the situation. You don't go out and take that opportunity. You know it's going to go viral. You know, you have a responsibility, just like we do as media. You know, you have a responsibility. It's irresponsible for you to say things of that nature. Right. You know, no matter how much you dislike or have much disdain for another person, it's just irresponsible. You know, some things that I may say, it may be irresponsible and I got to correct it, you know, because it hurts the sport. It hurts the sport. Yes, it's a combat sport. Yes, it's an emotional sport. But, you know, first of all, it's first thing first. You can't say, you know, we want to see both fighters go in, give us a good show, and both fighters come out, and you saying stuff like that. You know, you just can't say stuff. It clearly comes from a place of sore losing. Plain and simple. Clearly, he's still, you know, can't accept the loss to Earl Spence, and that goes back to that. Further proves my point of why I say Mikey Garcia don't want to fight Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford is in and around his weight class. Terrence Crawford started at a lower weight class like he did. You know, Terrence Crawford started at 130. He started at 26, but they close in size. Terrence Crawford is not much bigger than Mikey Garcia. So him losing to Terrence Crawford is just point blank and period. You lost to the better man. He have a built-in excuse when he loses to Errol Spence. If he fight Keith Thurman, he have a built-in excuse if he lose to Keith Thurman. You understand what I'm saying? That built-in excuse disappears when you're dealing with Terrence Crawford. That's why he dances around Terrence Crawford, because the way he was lost to Errol Spence every single round, and he didn't impose his size and his will on Mikey Garcia. He just simply outboxed him. That, to me, mentally has messed with Mikey Garcia. He can't get past it. So for you he said it quick, right? He didn't think about it. He didn't hesitate. He said it quick. Oh, man, the first thing I need to teach him is how to drive. And then when his nephew says to him, oh, man, that's low, man. Don't do that, man. That's low. Then he repeats it. Instead of him saying, he says, why? Why? What's wrong with that? I'm right? He needs to learn how to drive. Doesn't he? What do you mean? What do you mean? You saw the severity in that? You saw, we all saw the video at this point in time. Like, it's a miracle that he even, you know, he a walking miracle. So it's clear. It's clear to me. You know, it's some other thoughts I think about it, but I'll let y'all cook on that, man. Kurt, what you think about it?
Yeah, when Mikey says stuff like that, it's the arrogance. Mikey got that condescending, cynical, you know, arrogant attitude. Mikey can get knocked out 5 times. He's still going to be arrogant. That's just who he is. I don't like when fighters go overboard, like Gary Russell, going to Leo Santa Cruz father, and man has cancer. I mean, so I know what he was trying to do, but that was in poor taste. What Mikey says in poor taste. Sometimes a fighter takes it, too far. Now, what Ali used to do, it was entertaining and comedic. But I would never say nothing like that. Like Mikey, I would teach Earl how to drive when a man almost lost his life. He should have pulled back. But Mikey don't know. Mikey just feels that he can say whatever he want, and like I said, it's a cynical, condescending attitude he has about himself, and that's just who he is inside. So Mikey gonna say some more things. But the Crawford fight, you're right. He said Crawford moves around too much. Mikey wants somebody to stand in front of him, like most fighters do. But he was saying Crawford footwork is too good, so he's not going to bother to fight him. He's waiting to get the bag. He's looking for a big fight, so he wants the Manny Pacquiao fight.
Go ahead, Keon.
Well, I mean, it's what it is. Growing up in sports, you grew up in sports your whole life, Blue. You got that. You got certain athletes, they can't take a loss. You'll beat them, and they'll make any and every excuse why they lost, why this happened, and they won't accept it. That's Mikey Garcia. He's lying to himself. He can't accept that he lost because he's not used to losing. And when he lost to Errol Spence, he can't accept it. So he's making all type of excuses, and he's bitter about losing. He's bitter about losing. I mean, from Jump Street, when he lost, he made all type of excuse. He made every excuse in the world, but he would never give Errol Spence his credit and just say, yeah, he's the better man. And when you have that problem, you're never gonna get better because you can't accept the loss. You're not going to accept, okay, I lost. This is what I need to do to get better. And Mikey, so from here on out, you're not going to see Mikey Garcia get any better. And he displayed that when he faced Jesse Vargas. To me, he barely got past Jesse Vargas. That was a very close fight. And he didn't look impressive to me. He didn't look impressive. And it's because he couldn't accept that he lost to Errol Spence, and he couldn't go back and work on the things, that he needs to work on to get better. Because he has, like you guys say, he has an arrogance about him. He has an arrogance about him. And, what he said about Errol Spence, he knows it was foul. It was foul. But just imagine what he says, the type of things that he says when the camera's not around. Imagine what he say when the camera's not around. And, Mikey Garcia was always my favorite fighters, just to keep it real with you. Like, Mikey Garcia was always one of my favorite fighters. I met the dude, he was cool cat when I met him. But, shit, hey, people, when they get around their own people in their comfort zone, you never know what might come out of their mouth. So that's just what it is about Mikey Garcia. He has a complex too, and he can't accept losing. And he feels some type of way about it deep down, but he won't admit it. He won't admit that Errol Spence was just the better man.
Mm-hmm. And the worst part about it is in the manner he lost, because he outboxed him. He would have accepted better if he would have used his physical size and walked him down and just muscled him. But the fact that he just simply outboxed him, and he said, salute the box fan 713 in the super chat. Salute to you, King. Salute to John Page, my brother Batman in the super chat. He said he don't have no built-in excuse when he challenged another man. You got to take what comes with it. When you get the victory, you get credit. So vice versa. Or you got to take what comes with it when you get the victory. So vice versa. Facts. Fact, Batman. And that's my thing, right? Then Renee, I'm gonna let you go, Renee. But that's my thing, right? It's like it's the manner he lost to Errol Spence. Remember, right after the fight, he said, man, he was just 1 and 2 steps ahead of me. I was surprised because remember the whole time the build up and part of the big thing he kept saying, I see something in him. And remember, he kept comparing him to him. He's like a bigger version of me, and alluding to, I know my weakness, so I know his weakness, right? But when he's after the fight, it was like he was puzzled. Man, this dude was one. If you thought he was a bigger version of you, and then he's 1 and 2 steps ahead of you when you get in the ring, it's a tough pill to swallow because now you're saying to yourself, man, he's better than me. If you saw yourself in him, and then when you get in the ring, you can't catch up. He's always 1 and 2 steps ahead of you. Then essentially you got to say it wasn't the size. It's just he's just more skilled. He was smarter. Remember, Mikey said, man, he was beating me to certain spots. So now you got to say to yourself, that's mental. That's your knowledge. That had nothing to do with your physical abilities or your physical size advantages. That's just your knowledge. He was beating me to the punch. He was beating me to a certain spot. He knew how I was going to be before I got there. That's just his knowledge. And that's the pill that he has a tough time of swallowing. Salute to Mr. Finesse in Super Chat. Salute, Blue. There are no excuses for 12-0. That's not about size. That's about playing better than me. Go ahead, Renee.
Oh, just to top off, when it comes to, I just read in the chat, someone said that Mikey will regret this. I mean, we're in a digital era. I say it time and time again. You know what I'm saying? When I speak up on my platform, that we're in a digital era. What we say, especially if you're a fighter or any celebrity in general, you know what I'm saying? Any leader who's exposed to the public, to a certain amount of people, to a populace. I mean, anything you say is under, a magnifying glass, man. So Mikey, he will regret this. I mean, you go back just recently, what happened to Paulie Malignaggi, right? What happened to him and what he said? He got fired, man. The word spreads fast, man, especially when you're in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? So Mikey, I don't know what he really, I even heard that, I don't remember where I heard it from, that he says things behind closed doors too, you know what I'm saying, in his camp, in Spanish, saying derogatory things against other races, you know what I'm saying, as far as the black, African Americans. And I think it's really, really wrong, man. I mean, it's uncalled for, out of pocket. And just like what you guys were saying a moment ago, and like everyone saw that, if I'm not mistaken, his nephew, right? His nephew, man, automatically, directly, responded to Mikey saying, you're the male organ, right? I mean, yeah, I keep things clean, man. I always do. So, he's like, you're a bleep. Come on, man. So, I mean, even his own family saw that it was out of pocket what he did. So, I mean, I think he's definitely gonna regret it. And also, I want to kind of jump off what you guys were saying about, and the chat's also going off about it as far as Mikey Garcia in the welterweight division. I don't know what his intention was to fight Earl Spence. I think personally it was for, I respect his heart and his, his bravery in going up and fighting a Spence, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what his real intention was, because when you really look at it, and especially when he just fought Jesse Vargas, I made a video some months ago right after that fight. I think it was right after it. And I personally categorize Mikey Garcia as a level C welterweight. Maybe it's debatable, but I don't see him, contending against the Ugas. I don't see him contending against much less a Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Those top welterweight, Bud Porter, you guys actually think that he can do well against Bud Porter? I mean, we know that Mikey Garcia has great fundamental skills, but I mean, when you go up to the welterweight division and fight those top-notch guys, I don't think he could just, go back and watch the Mikey Garcia versus Jesse Vargas fight. I mean, he was getting landed on. He was getting touched quite a bit by Jesse Vargas, man. Jesse Vargas, all due respect, great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Good fighter. He has heart. But, getting touched up that much by Jesse Vargas, I mean, that goes to show that, Mikey Garcia, generally speaking, in the welterweight division, I don't think he fares up to the top-notch fighters, man. That's all I got to say on that.
Yeah, I agree, Renee. I agree. I can't see him. I especially the champions. He's so eager to become a 5-division world champion. I don't see him being Manny Pacquiao. I don't see him. I definitely don't. We already know he can't beat Errol Spence because we saw it. I can't see him being Terrence Crawford, and he has no quorum to even get in the ring with Terrence Crawford. And what else? Right? What are you going to attempt to get one of those regular belts? And we talked about that yesterday. That's not even a legit belt. If you can't be undisputed, If Earl Spence can't fight Ugas and become and that's not a unification bout, then that belt is not legit. So what belt is he going to get? I can't see it. Salute to my brother Ohio Runs Boxing in the super chat. Salute to my brother Boxer Fan 713 in the super chat. He said Ego kicked me out, but I found the Chill Boxing channel. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 700. Kurt, what you think, man? You think Mikey Garcia has the opportunity to become a world champion at 147?
I got a different take. I truly believe Mikey is a businessman now, coming towards the end of his career. Mikey's looking for the bag. That's why he wants Manny Pacquiao. That fight would do very well, on pay-per-view. You have a Mexican fighter and a Filipino fighter. It will be like Marquez and Pacquiao. Mikey is a the weight division champion. He's an established champion. His legacy is intact, but he's thinking business and money. So that's why he keeps saying that he wants the Manny Pacquiao fight. He's not going to fight Crawford. Whoever he's fighting, he's going to get the money. Remember, he got $7 million against Vargas for a one-fight deal, and he was getting touched in that fight. So he's going to carefully select his opponent. But Pacquiao is a high-risk, high-reward fighter. You're going to get paid if you fight Manny, and I think that's what he's looking for. If he becomes champion in his book, fine. If he don't, fine. But if he can get the biggest fights without fighting the championships, he'll do that as well. He's at the twilight of his career. Right now, it's about business, fighting certain fighters who can generate the most money.
Yeah, I agree with you there too, Kurt. But you know what, Kurt? I think he's trying to mask it by saying, "Well, I'm looking to become a 5-division world champion," and you might be right, Kurt. He's in the money division now, right? And by him saying, "I'm sticking in this division because I want to become a 5-division world champion," yeah, he might just be masking it and then trying to use that as a cover up. But do you think that Kurt that he could beat Manny Pacquiao?
I don't think so. I think speed will be his downfall. Manny is 40, 41, but in boxing, a fighter that's in his 40s can have a bad night. He can regress or he can lose speed and reflexes before the fight happens. So you really don't know. But Manny is a boxing marvel. So I'm going to say Manny still is going to have it until somebody beats him. But even in the Spence fight, Mikey was in a no-lose situation.
You still there, Kurt?
I think it cut off.
He lost, and he lost badly, but he still made off because he has that, like you said, he has that built-in excuse, and he got the bag. That what made him get, after that, he was rewarded with fighting Vargas for $7 million. That's a good payday for fighting Vargas. And now he's in line for a Pacquiao fight, and he got mollywopped against Spence. So he's in a division, in a situation that's going to do him very well. If he loses, he's getting the money. If he wins, he's getting the money. He gets to fight another big payday. So he's he's put himself in a very good comfortable situation. It's baffling to me that he wanted Spence so bad. He underestimated Spence's boxing ability, but if he was smart, it takes a technical fighter to be on the Olympic team. And he paid for it, but he's going to be remembered for the Spence debacle more than any other wins he ever had in his career.
And I look at it from this standpoint. If that's the case, fight Jaron Ennis. Give Jaron Ennis the opportunity. Why not?
He's never going to fight Jaron. Too much athleticism, too young, too dangerous. He's targeting Manny because he feels that at any day that Manny can regress because of his age, and he'll be right there. He feels Manny is right for the pickings, and he may be wrong again. So he's getting paid.
Mm-hmm. He's back in a win-win situation. What you think, Keon? You think he could beat Manny?
Originally I thought he could beat Manny Pacquiao. Back, what was it? Probably like a little over a year ago when they started announcing that they were supposed to fight. You know, because I mean they've been supposed to fight for a while now. You know, but when they first started talking about it, I had picked Mikey Garcia until I saw him fight Jesse Vargas. And Mikey Garcia is past his prime now. I'm not saying he's washed up, but we've seen the best of Mikey Garcia. Like I said, we're not going to see a better Mikey Garcia than we've already seen. One red flag for me is he blows up in weight. He gets big now. You know, Mikey Garcia, he don't stay in the gym training. I was watching, I think Ellie Setback had him on there. This is probably like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. And they weren't in the gym. He was on there with what's the lady that does Ellie Setback sometime. Like she fills in for Ellie sometime, and she go out to the Garcia's ranch or whatever. So he's showing off his cars because he just had got a new car. And I look and I'm like, damn, Mikey Garcia, he's hella big right now.
Mm-hmm. His stomach was big, right?
Yeah, like he looked like he was, because you know Mikey Garcia is only like 5'5", 5'6" at the most. He looked like he was pushing 170 something. And so he was talking about how he just got back in the gym, you know, the other day, and he had sparred. And so she asked him, she said, you know, how was it? How did you feel? And he said, fat and slow, fat and sloppy. And that's what pretty much sums it up. Like I said, at this point in time, I don't think Mikey Garcia really loves boxing no more. He's just doing it for money. He's just doing it because he know he can do it. He know he can get a lot of money out of it. And I just don't think he always there. So, you know, as of now, I don't see him beating Pacquiao. I don't see him beating Pacquiao. It's too slow. I think Pacquiao is going to give him too many angles. And I mean, it's a chance you could catch Pacquiao because it is a good style matchup. If you get Mikey Garcia at his best, you know, on his A game, yeah, he might be able to beat Manny Pacquiao. But as of right now, I don't see him beating Manny Pacquiao. But it's a hell of a matchup because you got Mikey Garcia. He has timing. His timing is real good. And he's a good counterpuncher. But no, I don't see him beating Manny Pacquiao before.
Yeah, and you know, he pulled out that Danny Garcia fight. Danny Garcia said they were supposed to fight last August.
Yeah, that's another one, and that lets you know something. Like, why did you pull out of that fight? Did you know, were you not confident in yourself? So he talks a lot, but I'm gonna let y'all know right now, y'all not gonna see Mikey Garcia fight none of these young dudes. He's not gonna fight none of these killers. You know, he's gonna pick and choose who he fights very carefully. Because when Earl Spence gave him that boxing lesson, whether he wants to admit it or not, he found out that he wasn't as good as he thought he was. You know, because at that point in time, Mikey Garcia was but like 38-0.
Mm-hmm.
So he thought he was a lot better than what he really was. You know, I really do think that he thought he could beat Errol Spence. And he found out real fast in that fight that he had made a mistake. So, you know, he knows in the back of his mind that he's not as good as he thought he was. So, therefore, he's going to pick and choose who he fights. No.
Mm-hmm. Renee, what's your thoughts, Renee?
I mean, I definitely agree, man. I think actually, you know, that's why I love collaborating with the community. You know what I'm saying? I think my doubt was answered when I said I don't know what his intention was in going into the welterweight division. I think that's what it is. He's going for the bag. You know, he's going for the bag. And I definitely agree with everything boxing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Mikey Garcia, considering what I said earlier too, that I think he's a C-level welterweight. He's not going to, you know, compete with these top guys. And also when it comes to Manny Pacquiao, the thing here is that Manny Pacquiao, you know, the clock is ticking on him too. You know, what is he, 40, 41?
Yeah, somewhere around there. What, 41, I believe?
Yeah, approximately. You know, the time is also, the clock is ticking on Pacquiao. You know, I think you guys can agree with me that Pacquiao is not in his prime either. You know, he's been through some wars. He has had, you know, an immense amount of damage in his career as far as Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? So if Mikey Garcia plays the waiting game, waiting for him to even grow older, and if Manny Pacquiao is still fighting, Mikey Garcia will probably shoot for you know, Manny Pacquiao when he's a little bit older. But I think that, you know, Manny Pacquiao, this is on another note, but I think that Manny Pacquiao should soon retire. I mean, I think he should have retired a while ago because he's just getting a lot of punishment, you know, unnecessary punishment. He has proved his worth, you know, amazing legend, you know what I'm saying? He's proved more than enough. But as far as Mikey fighting Manny Pacquiao now, or if he fights him in early 2021, man, Manny got him. Man. So Mikey Garcia, you know what I'm saying? I think, like I said, I reiterate that I think you guys pretty much clarified my doubt in Mikey Garcia's intention in moving into the welterweight division. I think it was for that, just for money. So, you know, who knows what's next for Mikey, but I don't think it's going to be anything top notch. I think you're muted, Blue Blood.
Yeah, Renee, I want to stay with you. Terrell Goucher, Erickson Lubin, man. How you see that playing out tomorrow?
That was to me?
Yeah.
You know, Lubin, it's hard to say, but I'm going for Lubin. I think he's gonna, you know, I think he's really, really determined. I think his, you know, his fire is ignited even more after what happened to him, you know, with Charlo some time ago. I think Lubin got this, man. I'm going for Lubin. Cheddar, that looks good. Blue Blood, you're making me hungry though. But yeah, I think I got Lubin, man. I got Lubin. I think he's promising, you know, like I said earlier, like I said some time ago, I've said it before, and I've learned so much, you know, through you guys, you know, through the platforms, through Brother Curtis, you know, that a couple losses, a few losses doesn't define a fighter and their legacy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Lubin's going to come back. I think he's going to do great. I personally think I got Lubin winning, man. I got Lubin for tomorrow.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Yeah, I like Lubin. Goucher is a good boxer. You know, I seen him against Lara. He didn't perform that well. I think Lubin's on a mission. If the winner of this fight get to be Charlo, the winner of Charlo Rosario, mandatory. You know, so that's very interesting. Lubin too much power, and plus Lubin can box. You know, he has Olympic pedigree. Lubin's a better fighter. I was going to say TKO, but I'm going to say Lubin by decision over Gusha tomorrow night, and end this by knockout over Abreu tomorrow.
Keyshawn?
I'm definitely going with Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin's a beast. That what happened with Jamel Charlo, you know, it happens. It happens in boxing. But that doesn't take anything away from the skills that Lubin got. Lubin been a beast ever since his amateur days. You know, I don't see Terrell Goucher doing nothing with Lubin. You know, I got Lubin probably a late stoppage. I got Lubin stopping Terrell Goucher late. Terrell Goucher, like you said, he's a good boxer. You know, I mean, he was an Olympian. He's a good boxer. But when I saw him in the biggest step up fight that he's had against Lara, he didn't impress me in that fight, you know. And I think that Erickson Lubin is just on another level. He got the momentum now. You know, he been knocking out everybody he get in the ring with, and he has the momentum. And I think he's gonna go in there and get a late stoppage. If not a late stoppage, I think he's gonna win a unanimous decision. You know, pretty convincingly, pretty easily.
Now staying with you, Keyshawn. If Lubin win, he's gonna be the mandatory for Jamel. If Jamel win, how you see the rematch going? Do you think he correct the wrong? He can right that wrong?
Well, it is for the mandatory, but I was watching the interview, and this was like it was an interview from 2 months ago, but I actually watched it today, and it was an interview with Julian J. Rock Williams. Now, J. Rock said that the reason that he didn't take the immediate rematch with Rosario is because he had to get some surgery done. He said he had scar tissue from being cut so many times that he had to get the surgery done. And he said that when he's coming back, he's going to take a tune-up fight. And he said that he has the next fight. He's already been promised the winner between Jermell Charlo and Rosario. So and they're like, well, you think you're gonna get that? He said, no. He said, I am getting that fight. That's the fight. He said that. So that's what he's saying. So I don't know. I don't see Lubin getting that fight. When you hear Jermell Charlo speak, Jermell Charlo don't want a rematch with Lubin. Anytime he's asked about it, he's saying that, he already beat him. I'm on the bigger and better things. Like, he don't want that rematch. So I think it's going to be very hard to get them in the ring, even if he is a mandatory. I think that they're going to, try to pay him step aside money. And I'm not saying that Jermell, is afraid to rematch him. It's just Jermell saying he don't want to get back in the, he don't deserve no rematch. That's what he's saying. So, but if they did fight, I'm gonna stick with my original pick. Lubin. I mean, y'all still there? I think you froze up.
No, I'm here.
Okay. I think if Lubin don't make the, if Lubin corrected, the little mistakes that he's made, because you got to understand, Lubin was very young. I think he was like 22 when he fought Jermell. If he can correct just a few things, I think that Lubin is more, I don't know. I see Lubin winning that fight. I might be wrong. It's a great 50-50 fight, but I would go with Lubin, I don't see it happening no time soon.
What you think, Kurt?
With Charlo and Lubin, one thing that stands out, I think Charlo has a lot better chin than Lubin. Something tells me if you hit Lubin clean on the chin, he can go. I just got my gut feeling saying that Charlo is an emotional fighter, but he's a hard fighter. A hard fighter is a boxing terminology where, he can take a shot. He's rough. He wear his emotions on his sleeve. Him and his brother, they both have good chins, man, and they're in shape. They can throw bombs from the first round to the 12 rounds. I noticed that about them. The Charlos are good fighters, and we haven't seen the best of them. They're very good fighters. They very talented. They talent jump out at you. Lubin is very good, but if Charlo hit him with that left hook, he gonna hurt Lubin. And I'm not saying Lubin can't hurt Charlo. He can. Any fighter can get hurt by a punch, especially if they don't see it. But I just have a feeling that if Charlo hits him on the sweet spot to the body or to the head, that he can hurt Lubin, because look at his body structure. Lubin, Charlo is like muscular. He has a good size for the division. Him and his brother, they're big. They're muscular. They have athletic ability. And I feel that the Harrison saga because it's going to make Charlo a better fighter. Because I always like to see fighters struggle or have a hard time, like he did in the first fight, and then he came back in the second fight and looked good. That was a tough fight, and he got Harrison out of there. It's just going to make Charlo look, really good going ahead with his career. But first things first, he has to get past Jason Rosario.
Renee?
That's a good one. Well, for me, I personally think that all around, Jermell Charlo is just a lot stronger, more powerful. He's patient. When you go back, it's exactly what Curtis was saying. Interesting. I was thinking about this while he was speaking, and while Everything Boxing was speaking, that you go back to the Harrison Charlo rematch. Look at the patience that Charlo had. Calculated it, right time, boom, uppercuts. TKO. He's really patient. When you talk about a mature fighter consists of being patient in the ring also, what I'm saying? So I think Lubin, he's still young, like you guys are saying, he still has a lot to learn. I just don't think all around that he has the tools to overcome a Jermell Charlo, man. And like what Curtis was saying a moment ago, you know, what Mel Charlo, I actually made a video today talking about this. What Mel Charlo went through the Harrison first fight and second fight, that helped him develop a lot more than what he has already. So, you know, I think Mel, man, if he gets past Rosario, right? He's just the king of the division right now, and for a while, I see it. Lubin, just look at the way, you know, Lubin got knocked out, man, by Jermell. I mean, double jab, boom, right power punch down the pipe, right on the chin, dude. I mean, it was over. Why rematch him? Why? I mean, I understand Lubin wanting to rematch, wanting to get his get back. But look at the way he beat him. I mean, it's not like it was a close fight. It's not like it was like a Jermell Harrison winning by the skin of his teeth. Really controversial win. A lot of people thought Charlo won, et cetera, et cetera. It wasn't like it was a close fight. You know, I understand. Okay, mandatories, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, with sometimes these sanctioning bodies, okay, real quick. Remember, what was it? Is it Sergio Martinez? If I'm not mistaken, he's coming back after 6 years. What is he ranked? Six in WBO?
Yep, 6. He ranked 6.
You see what I'm saying?
That's ridiculous.
Of course, and that's what I'm saying. That you know, nowadays, not all of them, obviously, not all of them, but sometimes mandatories and, you know, the rankings, I don't really trust in them. So even if Lubin, you know, becomes mandatory, if Mel Charlo beats Rosario, which I think he will, but that's another story right there. But even if he does become mandatory, it's like, dude, look at the way you just got obliterated, man. Lubin, you know, all due respect, I think he's going to be great in the future. He's climbing back up the ladder. You know, he's a great fighter, but I mean, just look how he lost, man. I mean, I don't think there's a reason, and I don't blame Jermell Charlo for saying, you know what, I'm off in bigger, better things. I don't blame him. I mean, just look how I beat him. So that's pretty much what I got to say, man. I just don't think, I wouldn't say no contest, but Jermell all around, man, better fighter.
Staying with you, Renee. So what you think about Sergey Derevyanchenko and Jamal, and what should be next for Jamal after Sergey?
Man. Oh, man. I think I think around the lines of what I was just saying with Mel. But Derevyanchenko is going to be a great fight. I mean, this is going to be, I'm going for Maul, but I don't know if, you know, it's just going to be a war, because Derevyanchenko, when he fought Triple G, right? Inside fighter, man. He has all heart. You know, he's not going to back down. He's not going to be a pushover. I don't know what people are thinking when some people are calling that like not a good match. I mean, some people just don't know what they're talking about when it comes to the sport of boxing, man. And with Derevyanchenko, he's definitely not a pushover. You know what I'm saying? So I think Maul is going to win. I'm going for Maul, but we'll see what happens. It's just going to be a great fight all around. What's next for? I don't know. I'm not the type of person too much to see what's next, as far as you know, with this fight at least. But I just see Maul, man. He's I don't know if I can call him the king of the division yet, but you know, Maul Charlo, man. I mean, he's something really special up there. So I don't know what would be next, man. Maybe I don't know. I can't answer that.
Lawrence Williams said Chris Algieri is number 15 in the WBA, 154. Unbelievable. Stephen J. Salute, Stephen J. Go ahead, Keon.
Derevyanchenko and Jamal. Well, I mean, before I found out the information I found out, Blue, I had Jamal winning, but I had Jamal, you know, I had it a very tough fight for Jamal, you know, because Derevyanchenko is no pushover. I mean, he gave Daniel Jacobs a hell of a fight, and to me, he beat Triple G. It ain't no question about it to me that he beat Triple G. So yeah, but I mean, now, you know, hearing what I heard, I got Jamal Charlo knocking him out. I got Jamal Charlo stopping him. You know, and plus the style matchup, you know, Derevyanchenko, he's going to be in there right in your face to be hit, you know, and that's just what it is. You know, he's going to give you a chance to land. He's going to give Jamal Charlo a chance to land big shots, because he's going to try to get off his big shots too. So it's going to be a hell of a fight. but I do see now. I see Jamal stopping him. Mid late rounds.
Kurt?
Yeah, Deverenchenko said he's going to apply pressure. That's playing into Charlo hands. Charlo has a very good jab. People forget about his jab, his shotgun jab, and plus he has a powerful, sneaky uppercut. This fight is Charlo's to lose. This is a very big fight for Charlo in this reason. If he can knock out Deverenchenko or just beat him easy, then that means he outdid Jacobs and Triple G. And people definitely going to be clamoring for a Canelo and Charlo fight, in 2021. Deverenchenko makes a mistake by being in range for power shots. And we know Charlo can punch. He's big, he's athletic, he's strong, he has a very good chin. When he fought Korobov, he was getting hit by left hands all night and did nothing. They were just bouncing off him. So that tells me he has a good chin. If he uses his boxing IQ, then he could win this fight going away. If he let Deverenchenko stay around or makes it a close fight, that means that his IQ is not high. But this is a very career-defining fight for Jamal, because Deverenchenko is a grade A opponent, and people who criticize Charlo saying, well, he ain't fighting nobody. So this is a perfect fight for both fighters. These are the fights we need for them to happen, and they have the ire of the boxing fans. And I can't wait. I'm not going to stream it. I'm going to order it. It's 5 championship fights, but I'm looking forward to Charlo Deverenchenko. Before I say Charlo by unanimous decision, I'm going to say Charlo by late round TKO. If he makes this fight hard or close, it's because of his IQ. This is the perfect fight for him. It's a showcase fight for him against a top-level opponent. If he wins this fight, he'll open a lot of people's eyes, especially if he knocks him out.
And what you think is next for him, though, Kurt? What should be next for him?
Well, the way boxing is and the politics, if he, it could be a gift and a curse. If he knocks out Deverenchenko or beats the hell out of Deverenchenko next week, a lot of top middleweights is going to run. They're going to run from him. That's the curse. The gift is the fans is going to put pressure on other people to fight him. I don't care who it is. That's the problem. That's the tricky part. That's the fork in the road. So it can be Charlo's going to get nothing but big fights and fight top level competition. I don't care who it is in the division, or they're going to shy away from him, and they're going to say, like the fans say, we always know he was good, but damn, you see what he did to Deverenchenko? So we have to wait to see what happened next Saturday. Now, if he struggles with him, Deverenchenko is a credible opponent, world-class caliber, then they're going to say, well, Charlie ain't never fighting a baller like Deverenchenko. Even though he won, he struggled. Now I'm going to fight Charlo. That's how the situation is tricky, but we have to see first things first.
Hey, Keon, you didn't say what was next with Charlo. Salute to Matthew Valentine in the super chat. Charlo wins by KO.
For Jamal Charlo?
Yeah.
If he goes in there and he stops Deverenchenko, Jamal Charlo is gonna have a real problem on his hand. He's gonna have a real problem because it's gonna be hard for him to get fights. It's already hard for him to get these dudes in the ring. And if he goes in there and stops Deverenchenko, it's gonna be much, much harder. I don't see Canelo fighting him no time soon. Canelo came out with a list of opponents, that he was looking at, and Jamal Charlo wasn't even mentioned. Demetrius Andrade wasn't mentioned. I don't know. I mean, who does he fight next? I think that Jamal Charlo, I think he fights Chris Eubanks, right? After that, I think he moves up. because I don't think he's going to be able to, get no big fight at 160. The only big fight at 160 would be between, Canelo or Demetrius Andrade. And for some reason, they can't come to agreement, because they want Jamal Charlo to go over there on DAZN, but, they don't want to pay him. So I don't see that fight happening at 160. So I think that after he fights Chris Eubanks, and I think that's going to be a great fight. I see Jamal Charlo beating the hell out of Chris Eubanks, but I think it's a great fight stylistic. It's a great fight for the fans. So if they make that fight after that, I think that Jamal Charlo goes up to 168 because Jamal Charlo's a big dude. He's big. Like, I don't even know how he fights at 160. That's how big Jamal Charlo is. Jamal Charlo easily looks like a light heavyweight. He bigger than Roy Jones was. Like, he's big. So yeah, I think he goes to 168.
Keon, do you think that he should push for the Andre fight before he leaves the division, or just settle with Eubanks and then go ahead and go out?
Well, it's kind of like at this point in time, it's like that kind of fizzled down because what is Andrade doing? We all know that Andrade has talent. We all know that he's a hell of a fighter. But what is he doing? Who is he fighting? What name does he have? After Jamal Charlo is on pay-per-view, and if his pay-per-view does decent, Jamal Charlo's on a whole another level than Demetrius Andrade. Nobody knows who Demetrius Andrade is unless you're a die-hard boxing fan. Other than that, you don't know. So I don't see Jamal Charlo, stepping down, and going over there to the zone and fighting Demetrius Andrade. And unless it's just a, amount of money that he can't refuse. But we know that's not going to happen with the problems that's going over there on the zone. They already gave out all of their big, money. So I don't see it happening. Not anytime soon. I don't see it happening. Maybe down the line at 168, it might happen, but no time soon.
Renee, what's your thoughts on Demetrius Andrade, man?
Oh man, you go back. I think it was back in 2018. I think he shot himself in the foot, man. He extended the contract with DAZN. I mean, I think around that time, he extended it. He had the decision to go as a free agent, man. I mean, same situation, kind of, I guess, along the lines with Bud Crawford, man. I mean, it's very similar. Bud Crawford re-signed to Top Rank, same situation. I mean, so for the fact that, Andrade re-signed to DAZN and extended his contract, supposedly there was an article I read. I remember supposedly they were going to have great fights with the extension of Andrade's contract to DAZN. If I'm not mistaken, he's to DAZN. Supposedly, we're going to have great matchups, a great future. It's 2020, man, and we haven't seen who was his last fighter. Who was his last fighter? The guy he fought. I don't even know how to pronounce the dude's name. I don't know. With all due respect,
I know who you're talking about. He's been buried so much. I forgot his opponent.
Exactly.
I can see the fight in my head, but I just forgot his name.
Yeah. I think it was
Selecki, right?
There you go, Selecki. Yeah, I think it was Selecki. Yeah, I mean, Andrade, that's why I don't really talk about him personally, man. I don't really talk about him on my channel or anything like that because, if you're not making moves, bro, I mean, same thing with, I love him. I love Bud Crawford, but the same thing, we're seeing the same thing over and over again with these guys. Amazing talent, amazing potential, but you're not fighting anyone. You're not fighting anyone of valor, you know what I'm saying, of reputation. So, it's frustrating to see, Demetrius Andrade, and not only him, but several fighters, you know what I'm saying, in the same boat where, they're just not fighting the competition they should be fighting. I think that's why one reason I was kind of perplexed with Jamal Charlo a moment ago and what Curtis Anderson was saying, that it's perplexing, with the politics sticking its dirty nose in the business, and the sport of boxing, and it's not giving us the fights that we desire. You know what I'm saying? Andrade also, I mean, the thing here is that Andrade, some time ago, he was going back and forth in Twitter with, with Billy Joe Saunders, with Jamal Charlo also, because he can't get the fights. I mean, so he's resorting to desperation, going on Twitter, going back and forth. He's really not a Twitter guy, as far as what I know, as far as with Andrade, running his mouth off in Twitter or whatever, but he doesn't really do that. But I mean, same thing. I think he's kind of desperate. He sees, there's nothing to offer there, what I'm saying, unfortunately. And it's just frustrating, to see Andrade with that type of talent. And even though if he did fight Jamal Charlo, I think Jamal Charlo would take him out. If he did fight a Canelo, maybe he would have a little bit of success with Canelo. It's a controversial one right there, but he's not going to fight these guys, man. I think it's really unfortunate and sad, man. Just another sad cause, man. Another sad case with, Andrade.
He actually fought Luke Keeler his last fight.
Keeler. Okay. Well, same thing with him. Who knows who those guys are?
So his last 4 fights have been Luke Keeler, Selecki, Cavo, and Walter. I can't pronounce his name.
I think. Sorry for being. I think the only, name that we know is Selecki, because if I'm not mistaken, he fought Daniel Jacobs some time ago. Correct?
Then he gave Danny Jacobs a hard fight.
Right. So, I guess that's the one where I can say, all right. But, even though, still same problem with Andrade. Very frustrating with him.
Yeah. Paragon of Principles, saluting the super chat. Who do y'all think would win, Charlo versus Canelo? Go ahead, Kurt.
I think Canelo will beat him, man. The question in that fight, it would take a lot more than athletic ability to beat Canelo. Canelo is a seasoned vet. He's seasoned. He fights with a lot of moxie and savvy. You need to move to beat Canelo. Make Canelo use his feet. You have to almost be like a master boxer. Charlo is a powerful puncher with a good jab and athleticism, but I don't think that'd be enough. When you're fighting a big fight, a fighter of his caliber, you need all the intangibles in the world. People don't realize what it takes to be in the spotlight. I could see a lot of fighters melt, because they don't have the intestinal fortitude, not for the fighter, but the event. Is a difference when you're under the bright lights. This ain't Devenchenko. This ain't, Brandon Adams. Charlo's going to have to bring his A+ game, because it's just a different feel when you're fighting a Canelo. Canelo been in big fights, but we don't know about Charlo. And Canelo is a heck of a fighter. People sometimes, because of the politics and the way they move him over there, we forget he's a heck of a fighter. Now, let me ask whoever thinks Charlo's going to win, will Charlo have the moxie and savvy to deal with Canelo? Will he have the experience? Will he have the know-how, the boxing IQ? If he gets off to a bad start, can he come back from that? So there's a lot of questions to be asked, but I ask certain fighters to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Because I look at things objectively. So I would have to say Canelo because of the experience. Canelo's a much better fighter. He has a lot of moxie and savvy, and plus he's very seasoned and he's very smart. He's going to be looking to set Canelo up with that signature move. He does. He did it against James Kirkland, and he did it against Amir Khan, and he'll try it against Jamal Charlo as well.
And before we continue with that question, how many of y'all knew that Efe Ajagba is fighting tomorrow?
I think it's his debut top rank fight. Yeah, I knew about it.
Yeah.
I just found out because I saw the card. I found out yesterday.
No promotion for it. This is why I say, right, sometimes they make a mistake in making these changes. He's fighting on the PBC and getting a lot of notification. He's fighting tomorrow, and the boxing world really ain't even know about it.
That's a bad move.
Yeah.
It's a bad move. Bad move.
Like, most people are finding out because of his weigh-in today, and they like, I was reading his post, and people are like, wow, man, they didn't even know he's fighting. This is why I tell y'all we are mainstream boxing. Because he's fighting on the biggest sporting platform in the world. And you have no idea he's fighting. No idea. So if you don't look on his social media or you don't hear us talking about it, nobody knows he's fighting. With the biggest sporting platform in the world. It's on right now on my TV. There is nothing to tell us Efe Ajagba is going to fight tomorrow. You can watch ESPN from now to the fight tomorrow, and you are not going to see anything promoting the fight. So before y'all come out and y'all say we not mainstream media regarding the boxing, you got to stop yourself and think. You can't go to quote unquote mainstream media and find out about boxing. You find it here. This is where you get mainstream media for boxing. You get so many people that watch us that you'll be surprised who's watching. Because this is where you have to come to get the information. Salute the Real Talk in the Super Chat. He said, how many notable boxing careers in the modern boxing era were killed because of politics? Can we get a names? You wanna test to that, Kurt? You being a historian?
Aaron Pryor, Mike McCollum will jump all at you. Those are the two names that could have really been something, but because of politics, let me tell you a quick story about Mike McCollum. He had the Duran fight. He was Duran's mandatory challenger for the WBA junior middleweight title. It wasn't Duran. Duran ain't afraid of nobody, but they was going to fight. Emmanuel Stewart went to Duran and said, why fight Mike McCollum? And this is politics. Why fight Mike McCollum for a title that you don't need? You're a popular fighter. You could fight Tommy Hearns for his title. You'll make a lot more money. Duran vacated his WBA junior middleweight title and fought Tommy Hearns for Tommy Hearns' WBC super welterweight title. And McCollum wound up fighting a guy by the name of Sean Mannion. That was on the Hagler Hamp show undercard at Madison Square Garden. So those are politics. Aaron Pryor was going to fight Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. It wasn't his fault. It was his manager's fault. Buddy De La Rosa, he wanted $1 million. They was going to pay him $750. And then he was going to fight Leonard again in '82, but Leonard was on his way to fighting Roger Stafford. And then Pryor was going to come into the ring on CBS Sports, and they was going to announce the fight in November. But Leonard, 2 weeks before the Stafford fight, suffered a eye injury. So it was bad timing. And his manager, and then you had the Black Murderers Row. Charlie Burley was a fantastic fighter. Charlie Burley was Pernell Whitaker, James Toney, and Roy Jones rolled up into one. And it wasn't. A lot of people thought Sugar Ray Robinson ducked him, but that's not the case. Marcel Cerdan ducked Charlie Burley. Marcel Cerdan was a power punching Frenchman, great fighter, middleweight. And when he came to America, he ducked Charlie Burley, so he never got a shot. And if you go way back, you have to say Sam Langford. He never got a title shot. That was the first wave of Murderers Row with Sam Langford, Harry Wills, Joe Jeanette, and Sam McVeigh. So there's a lot of fighters that have been ducked that you never heard. Wim Ward, a.k.a. Kid Norfolk, and Wim Gorilla Jones. They were tough fighters, but a lot of them never got a shot. They were because of politics, albeit race or money or what have you.
Yeah, man. Unfortunate, man. It's truly unfortunate, man. The sport of boxing. This is why we don't accept that anymore, and this is why we're not held in high favor, because we don't accept that no more. We call for the best to fight the best, and everybody gets mad because it's not normal. It's not normal. Everybody used to just go with the flow. It's not normal for media to call out and say, "Wait, we want the best to fight the best." You might get here and there media members saying, Hey, when are you going to fight this guy? When are you going to fight that guy? But it wasn't an everyday thing. And they couldn't capture, 7,000 people in 2 hours. Right? It had to make its rounds around the circles. But still, it was able to be kept from, the mass of people. That's not the case anymore. You click on YouTube and you can get this information all day long. Right, wrong, and indifferent. Don't matter what channel you go to. And we all don't disagree. But what we all do agree on is we want to see the best fight the best. That's what we all do agree on. Well, most of us. And that's why we're not held in high regard. That's why they want to tell you we're not mainstream media. Because as much as we uplift the sport here, day in, day out, in my case, Monday through Friday, some of the other brothers go 7 days a week, 6 days a week, so on and so forth. We uplifting the sport every day, every day. How Floyd Mayweather said, if you're talking good or bad about me, you're keeping me relevant. Good or bad, we talking about the sport of boxing. And it brings attention to the sport of boxing. And that gets overlooked. Right? Because you get these new words that's thrown out. Oh, you a hater or a clout chaser or these words, man. They give so much credence to these words. Oh, man, this dude just a hater. This guy's this. No, how about just giving us the best fight and the best? How about that? But Keon, what you think? Can Jamal Charlo beat Canelo Alvarez?
And this is my thing, because I'm reading the comments too, and as fans, what fans typically do is they'll like a guy and they'll say, "Oh, he's gonna beat him." So what I always say to myself, look, would you go and put money on that? Don't just pick somebody because you like them. Break the fight down. Look at the history, who both opponents have fought, what type of experience they have. And when I look at everything, that's a hard one for me because, Canelo, he's nice. He's nice. He does a shoulder roll. He has a good jab, good uppercut. He's a great counter puncher. He does a lot of things very, very well in the ring. The thing with Jamal Charlo, of course, Jamal Charlo is a lot more athletic than Canelo Alvarez, but Canelo does things that can nullify the athleticism that Jamal Charlo brings, But Jamal Charlo, like you said, he has that great jab. He has the length. He's way bigger than Canelo, but I mean, Canelo, he's been in the ring with all type of different styles, He's been in the ring with all type of different styles. So it's not too many styles that Canelo has not been in the ring with, And Canelo has a high ring IQ. I mean, go look at his fights. Canelo has a high ring IQ and he knows how to make adjustments in fights. As far as Jamal, I don't know yet. I haven't seen Jamal in there with that level of competition yet. So, the question is still out on Jamal. No matter how much you might like him, I like Jamal too. If they fought, I'm going to go for Jamal. I'm going to be pulling for him to win, but I'm not going to get up on here just because I like him and say, oh, yeah, he's going to beat Canelo easy. Canelo ain't got nothing for him. Like, that's not smart to say, it's a hard fight for me to even pick. If I had to pick right now, I would give Canelo the edge if I had to pick right now. Now, depending on what we see from Jamal Charlo next weekend, then we'll be able to, then you can come back and really ask me the question and I'll really be able to know, and make my answer more confidently. But right now, from what I've seen from the two fighters and the experience and just breaking down that fight, right now, I will give a slight edge to Canelo. A slight edge to Canelo. But, ask me after the 26th and I might change.
Now, Renee, before I get to you with that same question, I got to get to this guy in Untouchable in the chat. He says your guy Wilder got smashed, and that's what he gets for cherry picking. When did he cherry pick? And how did you come to the conclusion that he cherry picked? Just answer that question. When did he cherry pick? And how did you come to the conclusion that he cherry picked? Because you have no idea what you're talking about. And how could you check? First of all, it's very, very hard to cherry pick in the heavyweight division because it's a very tight-knit group. It's a small world. It's hard to cherry pick in the heavyweight division, especially when you have tough opponents pretty much from 1 through 7. It's very, very hard to cherry pick in the heavyweight division because you can't move up, you can't move down. You are in the division, and weight doesn't play a part. Don't play a part. So you can't say, well, this guy's too heavy or this guy can't make weight. That doesn't even play a part. You can be 60 pounds heavier than your opponent. But how could he possibly have cherry picked in the heavyweight division when he fought the quote unquote boogeyman in division, tried to fight the number 1 or number 2 guy, Anthony Joshua, and fought what was considered the number 1 heavyweight in the world before he took his hiatus in Tyson Fury? He fought Luis Ortiz twice for no reason. He didn't have to fight him the first time because Luis Ortiz failed the test the first time, and the fight was pulled, and that's why he replaced Luis Ortiz with Gerald Washington, another guy they said he was going to duck. Let's not forget, they said he was going to avoid Gerald Washington. He won't fight a guy like Gerald Washington on short notice after Luis Ortiz was pulled off the table for testing positive. He went all the way to Russia to fight Alexander Povetkin, and Alexander Povetkin pops dirty. So who could he have possibly cherry-picked? And how? It's nearly impossible to cherry-pick in the heavyweight division. It's nearly impossible. Right now, Kurt knows the backstory of Lennox Lewis and Riddick Big Daddy Bo more than I do, right? I know the backstory, but Kurt knows it was contract signed and things of that nature. But Riddick Bowe can't live that down. He is known for 2 things: eating too much and throwing his belt in the garbage and not fighting Lennox Lewis. That's the first 2 things that come to your mind when you think about Riddick Bowe, because he didn't fight Lennox Lewis. It's nearly impossible to cherry pick in the heavyweight division. So tell us how he cherry picked, and while you go Google it and think about it, go ahead, Renee. You could talk about Jamal Charlo and Canelo Alvarez while he Googling.
All right. You know, Canelo, we all know the story. He has had problems with people who use more footwork, who box more, who use the jab, things of that nature. Canelo, unfortunately, has the reputation, the bad reputation, has been criticized time and time again by, Mexican legends. I mean, several names, reporters here in Mexico. In case some people don't know here in the chat or viewers, I'm living in Mexico, been here for more than a decade. I know what's said about Canelo. They love him. We love him. I love him. He's great, great fighter, nothing to take away from him. But I do see, I'm just trying to point out his weaknesses when it comes to him fighting Charlo, a Jamal Charlo. With him facing the types of opponents he has been facing, I'm not saying he hasn't faced nobody. Of course not. He has faced, fighters, man, good fighters. But the thing is that a lot of them were out of their prime, several of them. So facing a prime Jamal Charlo, facing a more athletic fighter, opponent, Jamal Charlo is a little, he's more athletic than Canelo, I think. And considering how Canelo gasses out, kind of, he's not too, doesn't use too much of the footwork around the ring. It looks like he gets kind of tired. I personally think so because he's moving up in high weights, man, and that's taking a toll on his body. Them big weight classes he's moving up to. He's been moving up to and fighting in. You know, and to face a Jermall Charlo who's comfortable at that division, you know, 160 pounder who's comfortable, you know, and has great stamina in his fights in most rounds. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I see Jermall Charlo. I don't see him really gassing out in his fights. I think that would be a problem for Canelo. I'm not saying Charlo would win, but I'm just trying to pan it out here, you know. So I kind of see that giving Canelo problems. I see that definitely giving Canelo problems. And I think personally, I'm not saying he's scared of him, of course not. But at the time that, you know, around the time, I think if I'm not mistaken, Canelo vacated the WBC belt at the time, and they gave him that lame franchise championship belt. It's not even credible. But, you know, I think it was for a reason. I'm not saying he was scared of Charlo, no, because if I'm not mistaken, Charlo was a mandatory. Charlo's been calling him out for years. I mean, it's not a secret, you know. So I don't know. I kind of see the edge towards Charlo, but you know, it would be a great fight. And I mean, another sad story that we're not seeing this fight. You know what I'm saying? Canelo has great talent. He has skills. He definitely has skill. He has that Mexican blood in him. I mean, me as a Mexican, you know what I'm saying? He has that Mexican warrior blood in him, and he'll fight. He's going to fight till the end. So it would be just, you know, fireworks in that fight. I kind of go towards Charlo, but, you know, as everything boxing was saying a moment ago, he took the words out of my mouth too. I was thinking about saying that I think a lot is going to ride on also on how Jermall Charlo is going to fight Derevyanchenko. We're going to see how he fights. Another thing I got to point out real quick, seems like Canelo, as far as what I've seen, you know, I've been following Canelo, man, since he fought Angulo around those times. I've been following him for years down here in Mexico. I have a distinct insight on Canelo as far as media, what they say about him, you know, and how he has been, his personality up to now, you know, to the media with Canelo. You know, he was really humble back in the day. Now he's quite different, but, you know, it is what it is. But I kind of see Canelo more of a flat-footed fighter. I'm not saying he is flat-footed. I remember Teofimo's dad responded to me when I was talking about Teofimo Jr., you know, salute to that man, about Teofimo's fighting style. I didn't say that Teofimo was completely flat-footed. No, I said he was more of a flat-footed fighter in the context of him, you know, fighting a possible Devin Haney. But the reason why I say is because Canelo, I'm not saying he's completely flat-footed, but he seems like more of a flat-footer. And I think he would have problems with Charlo, you know, the way that with the Charlo's athleticism, using the ring. I think he would have problems, but then again, man, I mean, we'll see how Charlo does against this Derevyanchenko guy, right? And I think that a lot will ride on that. If he really takes out Derevyanchenko, obviously they're not the same fighters, Canelo and Derevyanchenko, but the way he beats him, we'll see how he uses his footwork. We'll see how he boxes. You know, that will make me determine more of who I would incline towards more as far as winning. You know what I'm saying? Blue Blood panel, I gotta go. Is that cool? I gotta go right now. But I thank you so much. I'm definitely honored, man, to be here, Blue Blood. I love talking boxing with you guys, man. Kurt, everything boxing, chat. Love you guys, and I thank you so much, man.
Salute, Renee. Salute. See you Sunday.
Yeah, peace out, fam.
Salute to you, Renee.
All right, Renee. Hey, Kurt, man, let me ask you this. Then we're going to, last question, then we're going to get up out of here, because I didn't even realize it was 7 o'clock, man. Once again, 7 o'clock, man. I know BFTV, like, man. Last question. So, I guess we all favoring Jaron Ennis to beat Abreu, but what should be next, man? And should he be? He's been vocal, right? But he's been vocal about fighting the absolute top of the division, right? Spence and Crawford, and I think that's. I don't know how much of that is just he's being asked about them, or how much of that is he's just gunning for them, right? But what should be next for Jaron Ennis after this Abreu fight?
If he gets past Abreu tomorrow night, he should try to get somebody top 10, top 8, and then steadily go up the ladder, get a top 5 opponent, and then a title shot or top 2 or mandatory shot. The next 3 to 4 fights, he should be right there. He said 2021 he'll be getting the title shot, but now you got to worry about politics because he's not even ranked I think his highest rank is 11, and I think in the WBO, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to be the type of fighter. He's going to have to earn his keep. He's going to have to fight top names just to get a position, jockey for a position to get a title shot, because these fighters, they know how good he is. They see him coming. And he's fighting an experienced guy tomorrow. That's a perfect fight for a young fighter. You want to throw him in with a guy who can bang and who has experience so they can give him work. But people always turn him down. So that's why it was hard for him to get a break. I'm surprised he stepped up, because people kept turning the fight down. You know, when people was talking about his next fight, he said, I don't have an opponent. And Abreu stepped up. So it's going to be hard from here on in. You know, the only way he can get big fights is the sanctioning bodies force these guys to fight him. And he constantly move up, because it's not going to do him any good by fighting tomato cans. But it's tricky because you don't want him to set out too long. You want to keep him busy. A young fighter with skill, you want to keep him busy. So, you know, once again, politics may rear its ugly head, and Duran has just got to keep himself busy, get the best fights he can possibly get. I would love to see him fight a Jamal James or Sergey Lipinets or somebody like that. I would love for him to fight a Jamal James, because if I was a trainer, I want my young fighter to fight different styles so he can be acclimated until he gets that big shot and he done seen everything. So that's the way I will go about things. So there's a lot of questions, man. I'm not going to give Ennis the keys. I really like Ennis. He looks the part. He acts the part, but we still don't know if he's the part. Boxing is the ultimate truth serum in that square circle.
Yeah, smash that like button, man. How many likes we got, man? We should have 800 likes, man. Get the likes up. Go ahead, Keon.
Yeah, Jerron Ennis. I mean, you know, it's a step up. I don't want to say a step up fight, but Abreu, I mean, it's probably the best competition he's had so far. I don't know if that's saying too much, because he hasn't really fought nobody yet. So, you know, we see the eye test. You know, as far as the eye test, he passes everything. You know, great athleticism. I mean, he's special. You can see he's special. But, you know, for some reason, he hasn't had the type of fights that he need. You know, he's out here. He's saying that he will whoop Earl Spence. He's telling you that he'll whoop Terrence Crawford and saying all this. But now, you know, some way, somehow, you're going to have to show that you're on that level. I don't think by fighting Juan Carlos Abreu is going to show that he's on that level. I mean, I think Abreu got like 5-6 losses already. But, you know, he do got considerable knockout power. You know, I think he got like 23 wins and 21 KOs or something like that, Abreu. But, you know, after this fight, Curtis Anderson took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, I want to see him in there with somebody like Jamal James, Sergey Lipinets. What's the fighter that Keith Thurman came back and fought? I don't know why I can't think of his name.
Josito Lopez.
Yeah, somebody like Josito Lopez, Igis Karvelasquez, something like that. You know, you need to be in the ring with that caliber opponent. I think that if you have the right team behind you, I don't know, you know, who he's managed by, but if you have the right team behind you, you should be able to get some of these guys in the ring, you know, if you pay him enough, because he out here making a whole lot of noise with his mouth. So, you know, he gonna have to come through and fight somebody soon, you know. As far as the fight, you know, this weekend, I think that he's gonna come out and look impressive. I think he, you know, I think he might stop Abreu. He should stop him. The way that he's talking and he's saying that he's better than all of these other top guys, to me, he got to come out and stop Abreu. Even though Abreu has never been stopped, you have to make a statement, and you got to at least be the first one to stop Abreu, because he already got 5 or 6 losses on his record. So you got to make a statement by stopping him. That way, now you can come out and you can say that you're the only one that was able to stop him, and that'll make some noise in itself.
Mm-hmm. All right, fellas, let's get up out of here, man. Any last words for you, Keon?
No, man, Blue, I appreciate you, for bringing me on, man. You always have a great show every day. Everybody that's in the chat, come check me out. Subscribe to my channel, Everything Boxing and Sports. And I appreciate everybody in the chat. Kurt, man, I appreciate you. And I'm out. Appreciate everybody. And like I said, thanks again, Blue.
No doubt, no doubt. Follow my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports, man. Go subscribe to his channel. Go ahead, Kurt.
Man, I'm just glad to be on a platform where we could talk boxing. I don't have to go to the boxing gyms anymore in the lounges. I can do it from my living room. It's great, man. The LDBC is a powerful movement, man. Everybody doing their thing. So many channels, so many people have are experts in boxing. They know what they're talking about. You may disagree. Some people disagree with me. That's fine. That's great. That's cool. But I'm just happy that we have monopolized YouTube when it comes to the sport of boxing. I just want to talk boxing. I love it so much. Boxing dominates my life, man. And we got a lot of big fights, and there's going to be the moment of truth for a lot of fighters. Tank Davis and Charlos, the winner Daniel Du Bois and Joyce. So I call this the moment of truth for a lot of fighters, a lot of young fighters, and boxing is the truth serum. It will make you tell yourself who you are. It will strip you down. And I'm just happy that we got fights. And thank you, Chad, for spending time in Blue, man. Another great show. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Enjoy the fights.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Go over to my brother, BFTB Boxing. Check out my brother, BFTB Boxing, man. Make sure y'all go over to BFTB Boxing channel. Check him out, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all 1000%. Peace.
Peace.